lovely people. It is Friday, the 22nd of July. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. We are, of course, hosted by greatness, the best black people. Can you introduce yourself, please?
You know I need no introduction, but allow me to introduce myself. It's your boy, Big Marsh on the east side of the bridge. East London's very own.
Oh, that's it. Okay. You and Yusuf, I never know how long a show is going to be, but it is your favourite shade queen, Martin Royalty.
And they call me, man, the pro-black activist,
Okay.
TDA producer, news analyst,
Okay.
melanin jam-packed.
How's everyone doing? It's Friday.
Oh, it's my day.
Yeah, it's all good. You say it's my day.
Yeah, Mark's loves a Friday. Mark's loves a Friday.
Oh yeah, I post Fridays in, boy. These Fridays are cash.
Actually, what's your favourite day of the week? Mine's a Wednesday.
I used to hate
Good things
Wednesdays.
happen to me on Wednesdays. I've never had anything bad happen to me on a Wednesday.
Always hated Wednesdays.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's because EastEnders wasn't on them days.
Oh, really?
Yeah, EastEnders ain't on Wednesday. It's on
Why not? What's the thought process
Monday.
around that? Isn't it on every day?
No, not on Wednesday.
Is it on in the weekend?
No, not on Saturday, and then Sunday's the omnibus, or whatever it's called.
Oh.
I think that's the routine. I haven't watched it in like 10 years, but I think
Okay,
that's what it is.
interesting.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, I
Don't
live
change,
for
man.
Wednesday.
Don't change. Consistency is good. I can leave for 20 years and go back and know
know you will
the
find it on
day
Wednesday.
and the time when EastEnders is on. That's crazy.
That's what I said. That is power.
That's what we need to do with this.
That is what we're doing with this.
For real.
Every day of the week, 7 p.m. You bet your fine ass we're gonna be there.
Emmanuel, you watch EastEnders?
Now I watched it like Mark said, like 10 years, you know. I ain't seen it since what happened there? There was this Asian guy on there, innit? Who what was he? Yeah, he was gay. And he was with some other I can't remember.
Yeah, I remember
Did he have a
him.
gal or something?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
I think I
I
wasn't
think
watching
I
it
know
then,
who
but I
you're
kind of
talking
think I know what
about.
you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
That's why you tuned out?
And his family disowned him at some point or something like that.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, Ren is mad. Yeah, his family
Self-made.
disowned him. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh,
Crazy.
Red.
Yeah, I think I last watched it when Grant and Phil were like running through the streets.
No way, that was a long time
That's like
ago.
primary school, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't even born.
For real, the last proper storyline I was engaged in, the last one that I watched from start to finish was Stacey and Max.
Oh, do you know, because I didn't watch it when I was young yet, but I stopped when Stacey left. I really love Stacey.
Yeah, it went down the
So she
show.
left and I was like,
the
yeah.
show went down the pan.
It did.
When
That's
she
when I
left,
tapped out.
Yeah.
Then I tried to do the whole Christmas thing, but I had better things to do on the Christmas day. Nah, so
But
yeah.
she came back, right?
Yeah.
She did come back, but it was too late. I was gone. Like I didn't have a clue any of the other people were. I used to fancy Max as well.
Oh, you said that a couple of times on here.
Have I?
Women always pretend like they love Max Brandon.
That's crazy.
I don't know, they wouldn't know what to do with Max. Like, I wouldn't even want him.
Max is the only white man. By the way.
Hey, do you remember the one where you know that black family with
Oh, with the sister.
With Denise,
yes,
Yeah, that's
and the
it.
guy was a killer.
the Irish man.
No, the pastor that she got with.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that.
That was just
I used to hate Denise.
Is Denise the loud one or the quiet one?
The meaty one.
Okay, that's not where I was going with. Please stick to my criteria, my question. Stick to the question. Was she the younger, loud sister or was that the...
No, Denise is the
older.
old woman and her daughter's, is it Pebbles or Bubbles or...
Oh, I'm thinking of someone
I
else.
can't
I'm
remember.
thinking of the
Little
two
light-
black sisters.
the light one with the glasses.
The light skin one with the glasses,
Yeah.
and then the tall brown skin one, and the Denise is the mum.
Okay, I'm thinking of someone else. I'm thinking of the two black sisters. And like one of them is very... Like the younger one is just like the cheeky one and then the older one...
Oh, the
Come on,
sassy
please.
little, sassy little one.
Yeah.
I don't. She's yeah. I don't know. I don't know who her sister is, but I know the character that
Okay.
she's talking about. The black thing, yeah.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find her name quickly. Because
Just 5 channels that we had back in second year.
okay, you know, I said, oh yeah, Denise. I'm thinking of Denise. But I'm
Yeah.
thinking of her sister. What's her sister's name?
You said it was only 5 channels back in second.
Kim.
I'm asking. Is that why it is that we were hooked on these casualties and neighbours and stuff?
It was just the entertainment at the time, innit? Soaps is what it was. It's not even to say maybe obviously like lack of options or whatever, but that's just that is what it is, isn't it? Like You get me? TV and entertainment was big those times. I think.
But if it dropped new, fresh today, would you actually tune in?
What, EastEnders?
Yeah.
Like say that what you saying if there's just just a new show plucked out the sky. They said it was a soap coming on 4 days a week.
Yeah.
And it's in the East End. I would watch it to see where it is. I think, but that's because I'm used to soaps and shit. If that makes sense. So I think I would maybe I'd peep it and say like,
see what's going on there.
see what's going on there. If you're gonna bring something new, because obviously to add something new into like EastEnders, Coronation Street, Emmerdale is serious. These are you know what I'm trying to say. So if you're gonna put something into that, then I'm guessing you must think it can stand up to it. So I'd want to check out what it is. Like, I checked out Hollyoaks when Hollyoaks was new. You know what I mean?
So the people that are tuned into EastEnders still are just legacy viewers.
I wouldn't say that. I think a lot of young people watch EastEnders and that as well.
Serious?
Really?
Yeah. You would do in school and all that. In like, you would do. Because think about it. You say, really? When we was watching EastEnders, when we was watching it properly, we was young.
Listen to what I'm saying.
That's true though, but I think...
Well, we didn't have like Netflix.
Yeah,
this is compete
and
with.
now...
Would it be attracting
Like,
new
Love
young
Island and
listeners?
stuff like that.
Yeah, but the old people, like, there's certain houses that are still...
Traditional in that.
that are still watching it. So they know about EastEnders. You get me?
Yeah.
And then they've put younger characters in there and younger things to trying to relate to younger people. Like, it's all new. I'm saying that I see it now and don't understand what's going on. But I'm guessing the teenagers in secondary schools and that, they know the lay of the land. You get me? I'm guessing they know the lay of the land. I'm assuming, I don't know.
Because you know, I don't think they do. I remember even my younger sister used to watch Hollyoaks. Like, she was religious with it. She didn't watch it. Like, she hasn't watched it in years. And she was still like, she's only just 21 now. So I do wonder. I don't know, because I think with something like EastEnders, unless your parents, sorry,
they have a lot to compete with now. I don't know if it is that
Yeah.
they're bringing in young.
I was speaking to a girl the other
viewers.
day. How old is she? About 24? And she was saying, she needs to go and watch EastEnders. And I was like, what?
Yeah, but so what young are you talking about? I'm talking about like secondary school, 15.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's still a thing.
I doubt it,
There's people that still go and like watch it.
Yeah, but I think maybe if you're 20 plus, maybe because in a way it was still popping when you were kind of in schoolish, or like your family's watching, so you're used to it. But I don't think like a 14-year-old right now, 13-year-old, which one I used to watch it.
What I'm saying is with schools, you have routines. Like you come home, their shows are on. That's how we used to watch like Fresh Prince and stuff like that. So I can understand it. Like someone that's like 24, not in like education, working in their prime and takes the time out to go and watch EastEnders. Yeah, there must be something going on there.
Where does it even show? What channel?
BBC One.
I didn't even know that. I don't
swear to God you didn't know that.
I don't watch terrestrial TV anymore. Innit?
It's always been BBC One, man. Ain't never gonna change.
This is it. Never mind. So, all right, cool. As you said, they're still attracting the young people. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm assuming though.
I don't even see no EastEnders ads. They're gonna get young people. They need to do ads. You need to do TikToks or something.
Are the stories even wavy enough to attract the young people?
I don't doubt it.
What?
Are the storylines even wavy enough to attract the young people?
Oh no! Look, a few years ago, I see Richard Blackwood walking there with a gun.
Ah,
Yes.
Yeah, Richard Blackwood went there to sell Roxy a gun. Richard Blackwood went in there. They done Richard like Minty as well. You remember they done to Minty? Minty came in as a bad man.
Yeah.
There's a bad man. He was Phil's muscle. Like if you call Minty, you're dead. Yeah?
Yeah.
You call Minty, you're not on the show no more. You disappear. That's Phil's muscle. Minty's a serious man. He makes cameo appearances. He comes, he don't speak much.
But he does what he needs to do.
Does what he needs to do. They give this guy a full-time role on the show. Minty's the biggest idiot you've ever seen. I couldn't believe it. And we're all there just watching. I'm like, I gotta tap people. I'm saying, you know what they just said, Minty?
What is wrong with you?
And that's what they done to Richard. Richard come in there with a burner to sell to Roxy. And then they must have liked what he done so much. They said, stay in the square. Dude's an idiot. I'm saying, what's going on? What the writer's doing on this show? Oh.
That is so funny, man. That's hilarious.
what other TV show did you religiously watch? Forget about the soaps. Any others?
What, like back in the day?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what I watched the other day that you guys might have watched? I watched Desmond's.
Desmond's was lit.
Yeah.
Desmond's was so cold.
It was on my Netflix. Sorry, the government listens to people because I came on here and talked about one of the characters dying on Worden Road. Next day on my Netflix suggestion was on there, Desmond's. But okay, I'm going to put that there. But yeah, I watched it. I was like, oh my gosh, But it made me really happy because this must have been an iconic time.
Mm-hmm.
Desmond's was lit. Like, like back in the day, it was like that's the 90s and that. And you see like black culture in your living room. Like we loved pork pie.
Yeah.
That was sick.
We love pork pie with all our heart. Like love pork pie. Like it's crazy.
Do you know the guy died?
Yeah.
Pork pie.
No, Desmond.
Oh, they both did then.
So they stopped the show because when a show finished, I like to see where everyone is now. So they stopped the show because of his bad health, but he died literally like when filming stopped. So he was going to travel and he had a heart attack in the airport and he passed away that way.
He was funny as well.
He was hilarious.
Funny and moaning. The wife was always onto him.
Yeah.
And he had the kids, the daughters. What's the kid called? Sean or something?
Sean is the boy, and then I can't remember the girl's name. That's
so Africans connected to Desmond too.
Yeah, because Simon, not Simon.
I thought it's black.
What's his name?
Yeah, he was in the shop as well, isn't it?
There's an old African saying.
Oh yeah.
His name's
Matthew.
Matthew.
No. Matthew was.
Oh no, Matthew's the
boyfriend of Desmond's daughter, wasn't he?
No,
Matthew's African man.
Matthew was the African man, but the guy who's always selling stuff as well. There was him as well. Let's go.
What about Michael? Who's Michael again?
Their son. He's the son that works in the bank.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because they got a few sons. They got one that works in the bank, and then they got the teenager one.
Yes.
Like doing the music, and then also.
Oh my god,
and then
that show
Gloria
was
the girl.
dope.
Yeah.
Wow,
For real.
that show was dope.
Yeah.
Channel 4, big you up still.
Mm.
Yeah, we've been trying to be diverse from day.
Yeah, it was really good, man.
I heard him. Bring it back.
It's too late.
Right.
Some of them are dead.
That's what we were talking about the other day. If they done a remake with Desmond, it was a white man. Are you going crazy?
They could not.
That would be terrible.
Was that the only black show back then?
Terrible?
Feels like it. Or the Real McCoy. The Real McCoy was cold. I don't know how
Was that
they
British
did
as
on
well?
TV. Yes, British and black.
Is
just
it?
comedians and skits. Sensational. Robbie G and all them man there. Like cold.
Let me check it out.
Cold TV. Oh my God, everything was better back in the day, man. I'm trying to sound like them old people. Everything was better back in the day. That's the day, don't you? Don't be rude.
That's an old thing to say. Don't be rude. Don't disrespect the elders.
Like, comedy didn't have all of its restrictions. Like,
Yeah.
So that's probably why. That's why he's saying what he's saying, because it was wild and it was free.
Yeah,
But you believe them as well, though. Like now, I feel like some of the people you can tell they're trying to act. Desmond looked real.
Authentic, yeah.
But even though they're fucked up, obviously looking back, they was obviously making a concerted effort to appease the black people in the country.
Yeah.
So they was giving them stuff
Yeah,
to allow
well,
it.
yeah.
Like, Real McCoy was black people's things, and it feels like you wouldn't even be allowed, not allowed, but that's not the sentiment that anyone would want to give off. They wouldn't want to do that because everything needs to be inclusive and rare. Like, you wouldn't even be allowed to have something that's fully black centric, that's yours and it's out there and it's packaged like this is for them. Like, don't get involved in their business. You know what I'm trying to say?
Now,
huh?
Is it because that black people want to be involved in white stuff? So when we see a white show, we're like, oh, it's not diverse. Well, what if we're just giving ours? I'd rather that than have that. Because, sometimes when you watch certain shows here, the black character, I know what the black character is going to be like. It's the same. It's just different face. I know what the black character is going to be like. So I rate shows that don't have black characters. Like I like, that's why I like Friends. They didn't try because I can't imagine a black person in that. It's not authentic to that.
Friends didn't need a black man.
They didn't need.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
exactly.
They didn't.
Yeah.
But then shows that try to, even like something like Modern Family, none of them are black. But the thing is, shows that try to bring a black person, that black person's always the one who's like, if it's a girl, you're the sassy one, the cheeky one. If it's a guy, you're the one who's like, you're kind of like a lad, or you're the funny one and you're like the cool one and you're the one. Do you get what I mean? There's just always that stereotype and that character that the right
Do
out for
you
them.
watch what's it called? Is it Blackness? No, what's it called?
Oh, Blackish.
Blackish.
Yeah.
Blackish.
Yeah, I watch
Like that.
Blackish. I like it.
Do you feel that that's like just like fully back? But do you still think it's sort of kind of diverse?
I think kind of diversified, but I think the tension is more. It's like a black show where white people feature, and the white people are educated on that black stuff, rather than it being like a white show where the black person is the extra. So in Blackish, the white people are the extras. Do you get what I mean? Like the main focus is on the black people, is on black culture, is on black like history and stuff. But I know a lot of people have called it, like, said it's not, they don't really think it's black, basically. It's like watered down black, but I don't think so. I think it's pretty black. I think they talk about some heavy stuff on there. And then they've got a spin-off of Grownish, but that I would say is more diverse because she's in college, so all her friends, she's got like Chloe and Halle, they're black.
Who's got Grownish?
So so in Blackish, Zoe Johnson's one of the daughters. She goes off to college.
Was that her real name?
No.
Her name was Zoe Johnson in the film. I mean, what's her name
in real life? What's her name again?
I don't know which one you're talking about.
The mixed race girl.
Okay, go ahead then. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So the mixed race girl. So she's got her own spin-off now. It's called Grownish. Well, it's finished now, Grownish, because she went off to college.
Okay.
And then with that, her circle of friends, she's got a Latina friend. She's got a girl Latina friend. Actually, no, a Latina friend who's a girl, a Jewish friend, a black guy he's literally pro-black. Aaron Trevor Jackson. And then she's got Chloe and Halle, like the singers. So it's a very diverse group of friends. So that's finished now because she's graduated, but her brother is also going to college now. So I literally just saw the preview this morning. So he's going to college now. So we'll see what his dynamic is like. But in the family, she was more black than he was. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes now because he was more like white, where his dad was always trying to get him involved in black culture more than being white. So it'll be interesting. And then
see when you try to bring him to the HBC.
Yeah. So that's where it's going now. But then also another spin-off from Blackish is Mixedish. Because you know, Tracy Ellis Ross, she's the mum in Blackish, but she's mixed race. But they make a lot of jokes about her being mixed because it's got what's her name? That elderly woman.
She's the best. That's where she goes. That's why I say Black Jesus.
Yes.
I got that from her.
She's let me find her.
She only praises Black Jesus, but she's the truth.
She is absolutely hilarious.
That's what I stole that.
Oh yeah, Jennifer Lewis.
Yeah, she's the truth.
So she's
you know
constantly,
Jennifer Lewis. Google her. She's the truth.
She's a legend.
I feel like I know who it is.
You will know her. She's a legend.
You definitely do. So she's consistently joking about.
I knew it was her. I knew it was her.
So she's constantly making jokes about Joan being not Joan. Sorry, that's girlfriends. Tracy Ellis Ross being mixed race. Yeah. So now Tracy Ellis Ross has her own spin-off, and it's called Mixedish.
Okay.
But basically, she's raised by like hippies. So like her mum is mixed, I think, and her dad is white. But her mum is more like the white hippie, speak to Mother Nature about your body, surrender your body, that kind of stuff. But I haven't watched that though. I don't think it's for me.
Don't sound like it is.
No, but yeah.
So the spin-off shows are kind of still active, but Blackish just kind of stopped.
Blackish has ended now.
Okay.
But when Blackish was going on, Grownish was going on as well. So
Okay.
Blackish just recently, I think ended like last year because they covered the pandemic and stuff.
Mm.
And then Mixedish, I would say, I think that started after Blackish, I reckon. But I haven't watched that one though, but Grownish is good. But we got black shows, man. We need more of them.
Yeah, man.
More of them. All right, let's get into our first headline. Rishi Sunak versus Liz Truss, what's new? So as I'm sure you would have gathered, the final candidates are spending most of their time campaigning, answering media questions and trying to make their case for why they are best suited to lead the Tory party and the country as the next Prime Minister. Both Rishi Sunak and Liz Truss gave their first podcast interviews since making the final shortlist. Sunak spoke with LBC while Liz Truss sat down with Radio 4's Today programme. In his interview, Sunak said he's the candidate best placed to beat Labour in a general election, suggesting Liz Truss would lose to Keir Starmer, saying it was important to be honest about the challenges the country faces. He reiterated his plans to cut personal taxes once inflation is more manageable, also explaining why he felt immediate tax cuts are not good for families in the long run. He also said he averted a national lockdown last December due to the Omicron variant when he argued successfully against it. When asked what he would say to those who accuse him of being a backstabber, Sunak says, "I worked closely with the Prime Minister for the last 2 and a bit years, and I'm very proud of many things we achieved," and says he is sorry he had to resign. "It's not a decision I took lightly." Liz Truss, on the other hand, has promised immediate tax cuts, a reversal of the national insurance hike introduced by Sunak, and a long-term commitment to reducing the size of the state. She says the economic policies pursued for the last 20 years have not delivered growth. Sunak accused Truss and the other rivals of spouting fantasy economics. In the campaign and in her interview, She was asked to respond to this by naming one leading economist who supported her assertion that her tax cut plans wouldn't increase inflation. She named Patrick Minford, who actually backed her up, telling Radio 4's PM program that I support the policies, the sound. If you stimulate innovation, business innovation, by keeping corporation tax down and don't put up national insurance contributions, which raise wage costs, you're having quite a stimulative effect on the supply side. In YouGov's latest poll, Truss is leading Sunak by 62% to 38% among Tory members, a 24-point lead. The winner of the leadership race will be announced on 5th of September, with Boris Johnson in charge until then. Why people love their own, don't they? All right, so a man has been cleared of killing his terminally ill wife. I do want to say shout out listeners as well. My friend sent me this, but our producers are so great because he was literally doing the document as I sent it to him. But yeah, so Graham Mansfield, age 73, who cut his terminally ill wife's throat. Sorry, trigger warning.
Pardon me.
The heck? I'm so sorry, guys. Trigger warning. All right, let's start again. Graham Mansfield, age 73, who cut his This is wild. I didn't think he was going this way. I don't know what I thought he did, but I just didn't think this is what he did.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wanted to be effective.
He did.
That was so funny. So, what the heck? 1 second, wait. Trigger warning.
Okay, so Graham Mansfield, age 73, who cut his terminally ill wife's throat in a suicide pact, has been cleared of her murder. He said he slit his wife Diane's throat at their home, Hill, Greater Manchester, in March 2021 in an act of love. Mansfield denied murder and manslaughter, but was convicted of the latter by a jury on Thursday. He explained to Manchester Crown Court he had agreed to end her life before taking his own, but it had all gone wrong. On the morning of 24th March, Mr. Mansfield was found lying in a pool of blood at their home, while the body of Mrs. Mansfield was slumped in a chair at the bottom of the garden. Emergency services attended the semi-detached property after Mansfield dialed 999 and told the operator he killed his wife of 40 years the previous evening before trying to kill himself. Mansfield was arrested at the scene on suspicion of murder and later underwent surgery for wounds to his neck and both wrists. A jury of 10 men and 2 women took 90 minutes to find Mansfield not guilty of murder and guilty of manslaughter. Mr. Justice Goose said it was an unusual case and sentenced him to 2 years in prison, suspended for 2 years. He said, "The circumstances of this case are a tragedy for you and are exceptional in the experiences of this court. You were under immense emotional pressure. I am entirely satisfied that you acted out of love for your wife."
Whoa.
You know what's mad? Because I was thinking it sounds about white.
So, Emmanuel, talk to me. Yeah, what's the details of this? Why is he saying that it was out of love?
She was terminally ill.
Okay.
And I guess she was suffering in her later days.
Yeah.
And basically made an agreement that if he couldn't cope also, he would just end it for her and himself.
So
he killed her, then realised he could cope.
No, he killed her and tried to kill himself.
He didn't try hard enough. Respectfully.
Imagine.
Because, and I'm not even being insensitive here, but he says he made a pact with this woman.
Yeah.
Babes, killing yourself is more mentally hard than it is to physically do it, right?
Okay.
He allegedly slit his throat, did both wrists, and you're telling me he didn't cross the other side. He didn't want to cross the other side. He set her up.
Yeah, people that try and commit suicide, they're not committed to the cause. Like, if you wanted to die, you would have died, bro. Like,
So he knew what he was doing.
just allow it, man.
He made a pact with her, killed the poor woman, and then said, "Oh, actually, not really feeling like it." And then, because you know what he could have done? He could have waited to bleed his death and just reminisced on their time together. Instead, he called 999.
Maybe he woke up. He was unconscious. Woke up. Oh man.
I'm not
And
there
then
yet.
called,
So
innit?
you unconscious yourself again. Nah, he knew what he was doing, man. He said he played the courts for fools and he won. So well done, sir. You won. Because he got more time. Actually, do you know what? He got less time. Do you know, whatever. I can't even formulate my sentence. That man finessed the system and he won and they let him get away with it. With 2 years. What is that?
Yeah, man.
How was he, 89?
No,
No,
he's
73, sorry.
73.
Where did I see 89? What was I reading?
I also. I also remember number 89. Where did I
You
get
talking about
that
yesterday's one?
I don't know, but I don't know.
There's a lot of
why.
old people acting mad, isn't it?
from?
That was yesterday. We talked
That
about
was
89 yesterday.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe that's so confusing.
Yeah, we're linked, bro. I'm like, I remember that too.
I've got a theory.
What's the theory?
Y'all ain't paying attention. What do you think I was going to say? So 4 of you guys? No. You have 73 like the rest of the listeners did.
Okay, so 73 for 2 years. Yeah, I hear him. Are you in favor of euthanasia? Is that what it's called?
Do you know what? That is our next segment, actually. So let's get into it. So, what could you do to or for your loved ones? So let's start with what you said.
Are you a fan of euthanasia?
You're a fan of- Are you for it? No.
Oh no, you just want to see people suffer.
No.
Sorry, what?
I don't want either.
Do you feel like there's always hope? Because I feel like as long as the person's alive, there's always hope.
That's not true.
No, I don't think there's always hope. But I think I don't want to. I love you, and I don't want to see you suffer. Obviously, I know it's a deep situation to be in, but I don't think that I could bring myself
To do
to
it.
kill it to do it. So I'm more on the type of praying to God.
To do it.
Yeah, like Lord, you know when Christians say, "Let your will be done, Lord."
Yeah.
That's more me. I will pray. I will fast, pray, all of that stuff for you to go naturally, because you guys know I want to be in heaven. I just think whatever God doesn't see from my eyes, this is an act of love.
Right.
Now it's orcs. Now I'm up there trying to plead the case. It's too late.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see you suffer, but I don't know. I think I would rather. Do you know what I could do? I could fly you to a country where, if it's your desire to go to another country, for example, where they do it and they do it, I can't be the one to do it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Because there's certain clinics that do it in certain parts of Europe, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'd be fine with them doing it.
I don't think God will judge you, man.
I think you might.
No, man. God's made bare people kill people before. Have you read the book?
That was in war. There was a reason for those. There was a reason for this. My husband isn't trying to free the Israelites. He's just trying to free himself. So I don't quite think God is going to be on my side for that one. I can't go there, use David and Goliath as an example. The heck?
The book,
Yeah,
it's just a novel just sitting there for you to consume.
oh dear. But yeah.
It's a tough one, but because like if someone's in pain, man, and they're like, because I feel like if the shoes are on foot, if it's me and I'm telling you to do it, like shut up and fucking do it, like. What do you, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, do this shit. Like, you stop being a bitch. Like, you get it?
Don't tell me don't be a bitch. Why can't you do it yourself then?
Maybe
Do
I
you know what I
can't.
mean?
Maybe I can't.
Okay. Because I think if you're in a position to do it yourself, don't put that onus. Don't put it on me.
Yeah,
Do it yourself.
That's true.
But it may be difficult, isn't it? It's hard to kill yourself.
If you're in a position to do it yourself, then don't push on.
Don't put me on it.
Mm.
When I give you meds, when my back is turned and I go to Tesco quickly,
Do it.
take a few more. Do it. Like, help yourself. Help. Sometimes I say things, yeah. All I see is Brent's template. You know the clip templates? That's all I see. But yeah, honestly, if you're in a position to do it yourself, I think do it yourself. Don't put that emotional burden on me. Yeah.
What about if someone like you make a pact to someone before that? Like if I'm ever in a position like on a machine or something or whatever, like just turn it off.
Do you know what's funny? I would give them like a time frame. If I'm not out by this time, yeah, like I don't want to just be on the machine. Like, okay, yeah, she said go, guys, go, and a miracle is possible.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't make such a pact anyway. I don't really trust you. I don't know. I wouldn't really make such a pact. I wouldn't, because you never know. And you guys already now have that theory about hearts and organs being took.
Yep.
Unprovoked. So you're not gonna get me.
Right. Remember watching the episode of The House? Yeah. Do you watch House?
No, he's the greatest doctor of all time.
Man.
How do you know that?
Thingy medicine. What's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? There's a word. It's not hypothetical. What's he do? He's diagnostics.
Yeah, but how do you know that?
I don't know about House.
Yeah.
Probably seen every single episode of House that's ever
What
existed.
a fantastic man.
Do you know somebody?
What a fantastic man.
I was gonna say
Flipping
that.
brilliant.
You know what? Sometimes
Brilliant.
you say stuff. Yeah, Brent's known you so long. Yeah.
Mm.
But sometimes you say stuff and I can see his heart is warm. He's like, I didn't know this. And he looks at you with such pride, like, no way.
Bloody hell.
Love it.
Got so many layers, man.
Bloody brilliant.
But-
Yeah.
I remember there was an episode there where Mos Def was in it.
Okay.
Remember? He was unconscious. I think he was on a life thingy machine. But his mind was working. So he can hear everything they're saying, considering
That's my worst fear.
killing him and whatnot. And he's like, no. But obviously he can't move. He can't do that.
That's my worst fear.
Exactly. So in a situation like that, you got a loved one there.
So, but he said, pull it out. So go on, Doc. We've made peace with it. And in my mind, I'm like, no, you stupid little bitch. But you can't hear me.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. I've got 100
Imagine.
when I die.
That'd
I've
be
got
horrible.
flogging in your sleep. That's wild. That's scary.
Crazy.
But I mean, do you want to suffer in that though? Like, if you've got like, I don't know, man. People like I'm saying, people that made impacts to relationships and like,
I mean, I
would you-
get it though.
Would you want to suffer?
I get it because suffering is not fun. Like suffering is torture, basically. But I wouldn't want that on me.
Mhm.
I mean, you guys know that if a war broke out, what I tell you I'm gonna do, I'm gonna nap. Do you really think I'm gonna be fighting and killing people?
Yeah, but
It's not.
sometimes it's just not like some people are just because they just know, and then, like when it's terminal, well, like you just delaying the inevitable. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They're just
Mhm.
no good. They're no good. They're no use. They're in pain, and just like brother, just come on, man.
Yeah, but that's why I said
Help
I
a
would
nigga out.
Yeah.
help me help
What?
you. But you know, I think that's why I said I would. If you really wanted to go, I would take you somewhere where that can be done. I don't see myself ever being the person
Well, what
to
if
do that.
so what did I bet if they're not strong enough then? Is that
No, I
survival
mean-
thing? No, what if they're not strong enough to take them pills? Like, I know what I want to do. This is why I'm asking you to do it. I'm not
Mhm.
strong enough to do this.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying no. I mean, I will fly you to a country where it's allowed. So you know that places where I don't know if
Okay,
there's
yeah,
a
yeah.
system in place where
Mhm.
you can go and then they they put them
Yeah, they'll do
to
it for you.
eternal sleep.
Mhm.
I would take you to that facility and I will be there with you. But in terms of me giving you something that will make this happen,
Mm.
I can't. It's difficult.
I could do that.
It's difficult, man.
Mm.
But another thing. So rapper, how do you say that?
K-Su.
K-Su. Okay, so rapper K-Su's father is looking to testify against his son. He has been charged as accessory after the fact to first-degree murder his son is alleged to have committed and is facing 3 felony charges that could each carry sentences of 30 years in prison. So as a parent, could you testify against your child if he or she kept their mouth closed to protect themselves and as a result it landed you in jail, especially as you're only in that position because you tried to help them?
Sorry, 1 second. What's happened there? I feel like I'm confused.
So this guy has killed someone allegedly. And I think what he's done is he's told his dad or whatever. His dad tried to help him. I don't know.
Cover it up.
Yeah, somewhere. So now they're both in court. But it's not like the son's basically just keeping his mouth closed about the whole situation to protect himself.
Mm.
Obviously, his father's now in a situation where it's
He's
like,
going down with him.
exactly. He's like, look, if you're going to go down, at least clear
Let
it
me
up
be
for
free.
me. You know what I'm saying? I'm only here because of you. But he ain't doing that.
Respectfully, father, you put yourself in that
Yeah,
position.
you put yourself in that position, man. You
You
got to keep your
can't
mouth
now.
closed, man.
Because
You can't
when
be
you
half-hearted. You
tried
gotta
to
be-
help me, you accepted all risks.
Yeah, you got to ride this to the wolves full of.
Yeah.
We ain't talking now.
Mm.
This is no comment. This is silence.
Because if
what are you talking about?
we were free, yeah, you wouldn't be telling me to like go and give up my. Do you get me? Like you wouldn't. If this turned out good, say
Furthermore,
for example, yeah, they stole money. Money was involved. If they got away with it, he would be 1.5 of that money. So now things have gone bad. Babes, take half of the sentence.
yeah, what kind of dad are you anyway? You should be trying to take all of it and make your son come out. You've lived more life than
No,
him.
that's dead. I'm not doing that.
You've lived more life than him, man.
I don't care. I don't
Come
care.
on.
No, I can't. I'm not taking on sentences for anybody. Heck no. Heck no.
That means that you wouldn't even take half the sentence then.
Huh?
That means you
I
wouldn't.
could have been in
take
this position because I would
Mm.
never be trying to help you commit. I know I know that I can't deal with jail.
Mm.
I know for a fact. As sure as I'm black,
Mm.
I know I cannot be in that position. So I wouldn't be in this position in the first place.
Mm,
But say it was another situation. If I was trying to help you cover it
mm,
and I did get caught, I will accept because I've got a part to play in this. I will
Mm.
accept it.
mm.
I would accept it. But if I was involuntarily wrapped up in your situation, for example, and I didn't have a clue, and you know I don't have a clue, and you could help me, I'm singing Higher Notes and Whitney Houston sang. I'm gonna let them know that because if you know that I did nothing wrong, and you know that I'm innocent, and you're going down anyway because they've got evidence against you, but I'm just wrapped up in it. I think as a good friend, what you should do is let them know that I've got nothing to do with it, because that's what I would do.
Why
So
do
if you
you
don't do
think
that,
you
that's
survive
mad.
in jail?
Brent.
Is it the luxuries that you're not going to get?
It's just that
anymore?
everything is.
How you handle the lesbianism?
I'm not for. That's not my way.
Yeah,
of
but
life.
sometimes you'll have to do things to barter for things, isn't it?
No, I've been celibate before. I can be celibate as long as I need to be celibate for.
No, I'm saying that suppose you need...
Well, like to get a pack of noodles.
Yeah.
Lick a tit or whatever.
But would you?
No.
If it meant that you would have noodles?
No. I think if I go into jail, like, I'm already dead. Actually, no, no. It would, I think it depends how long I've been there for.
You can thrive in jail, man.
I'm thinking, actually, yeah. But no, I wouldn't do anything that I wouldn't do on the outside to hustle for noodles.
I thought you liked power.
Yeah, but how do I have power if I'm out here sucking nipples for noodles?
Suppose it's your nipples getting sucked.
No, Brent.
You're
no.
You're the queen maker in there.
Brent, I don't want my nipples sucked in jail or anywhere else. But I couldn't survive in jail.
I think you could. I think you should believe in yourself. Not that you should commit crime to get into
to get in jail. Yeah. If I went to jail, would my job on TDA be secure?
Of course. We called from...
Reporting live. 1 second, guys. We just have an inspection in the wing. I'll mute myself.
The only reason I know that that's possible is because of another podcast that calls somebody who's currently in jail.
Okay.
I don't think that everybody knows that guy has a phone.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. That's fair. If my job on TDA
it's possible.
You are shit stirrer. If my job on TDA with the new black was secure when I came out, and you guys are making moves, and my percentages in my contract won't be affected because I've been away, and I could deal with it. I think for me, I don't know, man, it's a lot, man. But I know that I'm not built for that life.
Manuel?
What?
Can you handle it in jail?
Yeah. I think so.
He's going to be in there.
I think any situation I can try. For real. I'd be a good opportunity.
You really would.
Fertile ground.
Jail straight, man. It's only usually hard for like super nerds, like proper people, like proper like dweebs that could get like walked over maybe, and like gang members. And then for the most part, it's just like normal life. Everybody's just getting on their stuff. You can go to jail and not be bothered. If you're not involved in that kind of stuff, why is everyone going to bother you for? You're just in jail.
Do you know what's changed my thought? It's like stuff I've watched here where because you're the new person, people will try and get one over you, and you kind of have to like fight to show them that.
That's not true though. It depends on. There's some people that are in. I've seen people on wings that people won't even, you might not even know their name. No one doesn't talk, doesn't bother, doesn't think. It's nothing to do with new guy or whatever. They're not involved in nothing. Just to my cell, to my shower, to my thing. They're not talking, not mixing, not nothing. They're just there. No one ain't really going out of their way to like bother them like that.
Does it depend on what you're in jail for?
So you say you don't even know what people are in jail for. People can lie.
Okay.
Oh really?
Yeah, you don't know. You can make up anything.
Oh really?
That's why when people find out, there's a lot of people in like Gen Pop with guys that are lying, say they're doing there for robbery or something, and then man find out they're in there for rape or something like that, and then they get all sticky and shit. You get me?
That's interesting. But women's prisons are wild though.
Women's prisons seem harder. When I talk to girls that go to prison and stories, like girls are like, it seems mad in there. Like kind of, like what you would expect.
It's crazy because you just said to me, it's a walk in the park, and here you are. Exactly, yeah. Women's prisons are wilder.
Because girls are crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like, and then
a lot of them are in there for like killed a partner or like burnt like arson.
Remember, and then a lot of girls get turned out in prison.
Okay.
Like a lot of girls get turned out in prison. That's not something that happens in Mandem show. The Mandem go jail and just do Mandem. Gaddem go jail and they're eating pussy and getting slammed up with broomsticks and like normal and that. You get me? Because they're dying for it in there.
Dying for it. It's all the hormones. Yeah, man. It might be. Nah. I wouldn't go to jail for my child. I wouldn't go to jail for anybody. I think the person I could go to jail for is my mum. Say it was like she's like old or whatever. Because obviously, like, she's got less time than I hopefully do. I could go.
No, man. If I was with my son, if my son does something like that and then he called me to help him and I'm like an idiot, went and helped him.
You gotta accept the consequences, mate.
And then we went and got caught. I'm not taking all of it. If I can take all of it, go home, boy. I'll sit down.
And that's really good.
What am I going to do on the road when my son's in jail and I could have helped him? What am I going to do? Live my life? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's really nice.
And the
of you.
same would be true if you had a daughter?
Yeah, of course.
Why would it have been different if you had a...
I just wanted to see if...
No. My kids are my kids, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I just wanted to... Just curious.
Your curiosity is worrying these
There's always
days.
a possibility that he could go where I think he was going to go. I was like, is this a clip?
He surprised you. Yeah, man. Iman, what would you do?
Yeah, similar, I think, to what Mark's saying. You know, I couldn't testify against my children. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Impossible.
I wouldn't want to testify
man.
against them, though, to be fair. It's a bit awkward.
So how else are we gonna?
Some people put their kids in jail though, but sometimes their kids take the piss, if that makes sense. Sometimes. But
Yeah,
some
sometimes you need to learn the hard way. Like I think some kids here are really off the rail where it's like you need some kind of humbling, and unfortunately, jail is actually the only place you can be humbled. But it's mad because a lot of stuff happens in jail, so you never really know what way it's gonna go.
You think,
Make
call
it
police
worse.
on me. My uncle could even call police on my brother. I'll stop talking to her.
It's wild.
100%.
I think it depends on the situation, man. I think things are hard, like being a parent. Because I can't imagine my child committed murder and I'm aware of it and I'm seeing another mother cry over her child and my child is not like remorseful, nothing. I can't lie, I'll look at you, you're a monster. Like you actually do not care. Like, that's wild to me.
So it depends on how the child behaves in that situation. Because if the child is like crying and like, I messed up, I need your help. Like, what do I do? And your instinct is just to help the child.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, look, I don't know, I'm gonna hide the body or something. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, what would you do?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's crazy.
It's difficult. It's just,
Like,
oof.
and if you done stuff like that, I think for me, like, it would probably have to be something mad that he done that would make me feel crazy or look down on him. Something like rape or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Things like that, I'll be like, I can't.
Come back this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stand by
Yeah.
you, son.
Yeah, I think certain things I can't. I would not be able to. Because obviously I am aware that obviously when you're a parent, when you become a parent, you literally live to like protect your children and stuff like that. So I know that mine could. I mean, I know I can't.
Okay,
do
cool.
it,
So
but
if
still.
you're, say like your child, if your child needed an alibi and you could provide the alibi and help them, say for like a murder, you're not 100% sure whether they done it or not, but it's possible. But you could provide this alibi and get them off. Are you providing it for them?
I think I am, you know.
Are you providing it for them if it's for rape?
I wouldn't do rape.
That's too much, you know.
Nah, I couldn't do.
Nah.
There's certain things I could not do.
Yeah. I can't do the rape.
I can't do the rape. Yeah,
the
nah.
pedo stuff. Nah, I can't
You
do
gotta
it.
But
go,
if it's like
you gotta do your
You got,
time, son.
yeah,
innit?
you gotta
Yeah,
go,
like-
man. You gotta learn.
No, you gotta learn because
Yeah.
you're alluded to, mate. You gotta learn.
Psychopath, innit?
You're a psycho.
Yeah.
Don't know
And
whose
it's
baby
cheeky
this
even
is.
you could come to me to try and
Nah.
back you on this.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cheeky even.
Anything like that,
Yeah, but I think if I can provide an alibi,
So
Yeah.
is for the parents in the room, if you are selfish going into parenthood, does that change
Yeah,
automatically?
yeah. Some
Really?
people, some people might not. Because some people don't care.
Yeah.
Some people don't have bonds with their children like that. Or whatever. And some people don't care. Don't mean nothing to them. But I think if you care, you're automatically going to be less selfish because you consider your kids. You consider them in everything you do.
Above your own life.
Oh yeah, I'd jump off a cliff.
Really?
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how
100%.
that works. To be
I
honest,
don't know how. If I was in that position, I don't know how I'd find the strength to do it. But I know I'd have to do it.
Yeah.
If it's me, if it's him or me,
Yeah.
okay.
Because remember when I asked you guys that question, if it was your wife or your son or your daughter,
oh yeah.
who would you pick, right?
Mhm.
I'm always going to pick my wife.
Yeah, but I picked the kids. Remember?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember. That's why I was
Surprised.
I'm
about
asking the question because I don't know how I am going to feel that way. I don't have children, so I don't know how the chemistry in my body changes.
If someone stands on the edge of a cliff with a gun and you and your child and it says jump or he dies, jump.
Wait, what's that
Yeah,
again?
100%.
If you are standing on the edge of a cliff right here with you and your child, and there's somebody else with a gun pointing at both of you and says, jump or the child dies.
If I jump, I can't protect him or her from whatever is going to happen next. If you threaten to kill me and to save my child, there's no guarantee my child's going to be saved, and I've now killed myself.
Okay, so you second guessed it and then he shoots the child in front of you, then what do?
I'll look to kill him.
Then
what?
you lost still. You lost. Your child's gone.
Understand the math you just said.
But that's a gamble. Yeah.
You're gambling with your child's life.
No, but if you jumped and a child
Got
killed.
You're overthinking it because you're doing you're doing savior. I gave you a scenario. You're doing a scenario that's not existing. I told you what happened. I told you. You're making up
your own scenario.
Yeah, you're doing savior. You're trying to do survival. You're trying to survive.
Did you ask me a question?
Huh?
Did you ask me a question?
Yeah.
And you didn't like my answer?
This guy. The scenario doesn't have that other thing that you talk
No, he just said a gun was held to my head.
Yeah.
My child is next to me.
I said
I am told to jump or he dies.
I said the gun's pointed at both of you, sir, and the message is jump or I shoot the child.
Yes, and I'm saying I would not jump. I'm telling you, I'm not going to jump.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, your child's gonna get shot in the head.
Because you've now said that he's going to get shot.
I'm telling you the scenario.
Now, once he's gotten shot, I'm now going to react, right?
Your child's still gonna be shot, you madman.
I didn't say he wouldn't be.
He'll be dead.
I didn't say he wouldn't be.
Then so what? What's it matter what you done to the guy with the gun? What are you talking about? Nothing matters after that.
What do you think I'm saying? What are you getting angry for? What do you think I'm saying?
Because you're saying that.
I said I wouldn't jump.
Yeah.
Right? So I've given you my answer.
Yeah.
I am not going to jump. You then said he kills my son. Cool. I have now seen him kill my son.
Yeah.
If I jump, I don't know what happens afterwards. In my head, the option of jumping isn't in my head. Right? I'm telling you, I'm not jumping. So if he then kills him, I'm not going to try to kill him. What do I say is weird?
Your son's still gonna be dead, bro.
I didn't say he would be alive.
So you the whole point
There's
is to
no
keep
guarantee.
the whole point.
There's no guarantee.
There
There's
is.
no,
I gave you the
All right,
scenario.
are
There
you saying-
is.
so did he say there's a guarantee?
No, but that's why I
Yes,
said
I'm
to you,
giving you-
don't
'cause you're
add on
making
to
up
that
Wait.
scenario.
scenario.
I apologize if that's what you said.
That's the scenario.
If you said that if I jump, it's a guarantee that he's gonna live.
Listen, this is hypothetical. It's my story. There's no grey area. I told you, if you jump, he
Margs,
lives.
I am apologizing to you. I'm
Okay.
apologizing.
Okay.
I am sorry if that's what you said.
Yeah, if you
So
jump, the
run
child
it by
lives.
me again.
Somebody is there.
Nigga, you still ain't jumping.
Don't make me
Run
say
it
it
by
again.
me
No,
again.
because you're still not jumping.
Run
it by me
You're not
again.
jumping, bro.
Because you think something's gonna change. Don't run it.
You think because obviously what you're saying is you don't care, basically. You don't care. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying I could make another one. I can make another one. That's why I asked you, how does the chemistry in your body change? That you're now giving away your life. Mama, in my head, I've been placed on this earth to worry about me and who I come in contact with, right?
Mm.
Me having a son, you've manufactured this, right?
Yeah.
Because at my big age, I don't have one yet, right? So I haven't been moved to have one. It's not in me, right? And I must now care about this particular scenario. I'll pray for him. He's going to heaven quicker than me. He's in a better place.
Mm.
There are people like me that exist.
They are.
Yeah.
But you make sure you never have no kids or something. Because if you do, the sky won't be blue to you no more.
Explain what you mean.
The sky won't be blue. The grass won't be green. You know, like the things that you think you know, it's not that anymore.
So you are saying I'm definitely going to now want to kill myself to save my son.
If you have a child, boy or girl, you have a child and that child's born and you hold this child in your hands, this is you, what you think, what you're thinking now, your mentality, what you're thinking now is going to change.
No, I didn't. That's why I asked for you guys.
Yeah.
Tell me how it works, because I do believe things like that happen. I do believe that your entire world changes once it is that you hold life that you've created in your hands.
Because you've made something that's more important than you. That's for the first time. That's why for the first time in your life, there's something that's more important than you. Like it's because.
And for the people who don't feel this way, they're defunct in the head. They're screwed up.
Really?
Yeah, and that's why they have there's even women who don't connect with their children. Like there's terms for it. It's people who don't. Yes, it's not normal. It's abnormal.
So when you decide to not take the rap for your son who was raped or filled with kids, that's like erroneous to your innate nature.
Not really, because then there's things, everybody's morals are different. So there's things that you don't stand for. So there's things that are like hard line, innit?
So for that son that is next to you and that particular dilemma of the gun to your head, and God forbid your son is a rapist or a pedophile, you're not jumping.
Mm-mm.
So there's scenarios, yeah.
If he's that, if he's a horrible, evil person doing things, why the fuck am I wasting my life for him for?
That's what I was going to
Suppose
say.
it was a thing. Do you believe human beings can change, right?
It was a rapist, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but maybe
Or
when it's
pedo.
your when
If
your
I've raised-
child
if
is
I've- if I've
when
raised- if I've
you're
raised
in
a
that
good-
situation,
if
your mind might change. The
Never-
same
it
way
will
when
never
you have
change.
children.
It will
If
never
I've raised a good person and he's my child, all right, that's fine, whatever, cool. But all this stuff, all this family like that, it's not like if you're not nice, if you're an evil, horrible
Yeah,
person,
let's not go to
and
the
I've got
extremes.
this wrong, I'm not giving my life up for
Yeah,
you.
let's not go to the extremes. Let's just go to he's just a dude that calls you by your first name all the time in mixed company, right?
But you want that though, don't you?
What?
You want your child to call you by the name.
Me?
I'm sure
Where
you had
did
a
you get that
conversation
from?
here. You said something about like
My son has called
your
me
child
father.
Mugs. Really?
Father?
100%. Or sir.
We've had a conversation.
Yeah.
Not sir. We've had a conversation about like your child.
No, he started calling me by my
Children calling
first name the other day and then he punched him in the face. Because he was running around, he hears my mum calling me and then he starts running around trying to call me. I'm saying, what the hell are you doing? Who are you talking to? What are you doing? Like, I'll mash you up in here.
I suppose he's just a disobedient boy, like disobedient. And he cusses you all the time.
No,
Doesn't listen to you.
No, still. If he's just rude, if it's just like, you're still my son.
Suppose you had him when you were 19 and he is 3, you're 19. You have your whole life in front of you and he's 3. You still jumping?
Yeah.
Even if it is that you have other children waiting at home? Who's looking after them?
The mum.
Suppose...
This
See,
scenario is
one-
getting wild now.
that's a good scenario.
Yeah.
That's
If
a
there
good
are more
scenario.
kids
That's a
there.
different dilemma. But I still feel like in the heat of the moment, if the other kids ain't there, you're gonna do everything you can to protect the one that's there.
You go after the one sheep and you
Like,
forget the 99.
yeah.
I think if you've got time to think about it, you've got decisions to make. If that makes sense, like because you've got so much to weigh up. If you've got time to think about it, but I'm saying impulsively, instinctively, if it's in the heat of the moment, you're gonna protect the kid that's there.
Yeah, we are different people, man. I'm not jumping. Sorry.
Yeah, but we're speaking.
Kid.
We're speaking from.
I'm speaking from a place where I have no connection to any familial bonds, like my loins. So that's
Yeah.
probably why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Yeah, because I'm not saying you couldn't have a kid and still feel like that, but I feel like for the conversation to be fair, you'd have to have one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Because you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm aware of how I think, but I'm aware that it could change.
Like I just find it weird when it is. I tell people I'm saving my wife because that is my companion, and we can make another one, and people look at me weird.
I would say my husband. But again, I'm aware that
You
maybe
could-
when I
you couldn't. You
I would.
couldn't.
No, but
I'm saying,
this is
you
what
have
I'm
to be,
saying though.
until you have a kid,
No,
you
but Mark-
couldn't. You'd have to be a
No, but babes,
psychopath.
No, but babes, let me finish my sentence. I would save my husband. In this state, this is what I care for the most. I am aware I may change my mind. So I'm not saying for a definite, but the Esther I know and familiar with now and what she cares more about, I would save my partner.
And you know, it's unfair what I'm doing. I'm projecting how I feel onto everybody.
No,
and I shouldn't do
That
that.
doesn't affect me. That's fine.
No, but I'm saying, because I can't understand what you're saying, but I shouldn't do
I
that.
can't understand what you're saying.
Exactly.
But
So
that's
that's why
all right.
Exactly, yeah. So
that's why I shouldn't do it.
I still love you, so what's the problem?
Yeah, there's no problem. I'm saying, for myself, I just shouldn't do that because then I get confused.
You don't really love women anyway.
Yes, I do.
As in,
Wow.
I
that
love
sounds weird.
women
That sounds weird. That
with all
sounds
my
weird.
heart.
That
What
sounds
the
weird.
hell?
That sounds weird.
I probably love women more than anything.
Let me
You take a time to have two.
let me rephrase.
Don't you have a love editing to do
for real.
today?
Let me rephrase.
Go on then.
I can see myself spending a lifetime with a partner, right? A female companion, just so that everybody's aware. Right? An OG female, 100%.
You're in the sick.
Oh, what one?
OG.
OG.
What's that mean?
Original.
I wanted him to
Oh,
just
say it.
clarify.
No, but you know him, he would just cut it out. That's
Me?
what's annoying. We don't have
No, he'll stand
our
in that.
audio. No, he will
Yeah.
stand in it, but I'm saying if anything ever happened,
No.
he's
Yeah.
in charge of the audio. So we can never set this man up.
Shout out to Ricky.
Corey, bring back your vlog camera, please. That ain't getting cut out.
So, like, in my head, this is mine. and I'm hers,
Mhm.
right? I've known her longer than I've known the youth,
Mm.
right? And after 19 years, roughly, I'm letting that youth go. And I'm continuing life with my companion. Do you understand?
You never let them go, but they go through the feeling, but you never let them go.
They have to leave the nest.
Yeah, but you'll never let them go. You'll be on call for them anytime, unless you got.
No,
Unless you,
I hear what you're saying, but they now have their own life and their own tethers to basically,
Okay.
yeah.
But you're still living
Adopt.
with your partner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? So there's no situation in my head unless it is I am dying next week, right? There's a terminal illness. I'm dying next week. And I know that's my time. Where I am now giving my free will to choose. I've just changed the scenario in my head. Forget about that. It's wife or child. There's no way I'm choosing the one I don't know longer than.
do you know what I've had?
It's like your kids are bad.
Do you know what
vibes.
I've had a few of my friends, like people close to me that I've heard a few times, and obviously they're not the same, yeah, they're not comparable, yeah. But it kind of having a child opens up their eyes to like what love really is,
yeah.
and what it could be. So it's like I thought, yeah, I loved this girl, yeah. I thought I loved this woman, yeah. I'm not sure if I do. I have never felt anything
Yep.
like I feel for this child here. And even like I'm saying, even though it's a different kind of love, because obviously there's an attraction and it's different, but it's still in your brain. It's like it's not close. It's not close. There's nothing that can compare. Nothing. It's not even comparable. Now I felt this. Now I know. Now I felt this. I might not love you like that, you know? Because you, oh God, I love you.
But you see,
with
but you see
all
that.
my soul, with every fiber of my being. Oh, it's unconditional.
Yeah.
Respect.
You're just alright.
I believe you.
I believe that, but I don't want that. The love that the man, like my partner, will have for my child, that is the love that I want you to have for me.
Whoa.
I feel like I
can see why
get
you'd
it
want
that
it.
it's like different, but I don't want it to be so vastly different that it's like, you know, I've never loved until I loved this child before.
I'm telling you, I've had this experience.
I'll
I
punch
think
you in the
about
throat.
3 or 4 men have conveyed that to me. And
That's wild.
I kind of felt that myself.
Are they all good, reputable
Men.
members of society?
Yeah, man.
They're your brethren.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't try and muddy the waters. Don't do that.
Yeah.
No, I can see that something that didn't exist, and now because of you and because of somebody else, it now exists, and it has no other champion or protector other than you, and it's your sole focus to rear this. I fully believe that's possible, fully. But the youth could be calling you by your first name in mixed company.
Yeah.
That's your fault. That'll be on your fault.
Yeah.
If you're the type of man you are, that wouldn't be happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to happen. You know what I'm trying to say? E-man's kids are not going to be doing that. So, yeah, it could, but it's not going to because of the person you are. And the kind of man you are is like watching your child grow and learn and do things that you never even taught it. And, you know, like,
Do you know what's crazy then?
Use phrases that you've never used in that. How the hell do you even know what this means? Learn stuff and use them in context, phrases that it blows your mind.
No, but you
To just
saying
watch
that
a
though,
child grow and it's like, it's amazing.
But you know that there are people who are like Bren, who are like Iman, who are like you, where they're principal people, they're the whatever, but their children are bad apples because they love their child so much that they can't. The way you would imagine someone would discipline their child, they haven't, because again, that's their child, and the love they feel for this person is blind to a lot of things. So the people that like literally good ass parents that you would never imagine the children is doing what they're doing or getting away with what they're getting away with. And when you find out the root of why the child has grown up to be this way, for the parents to be like, it's rooted in love.
It's things
Do you
because
get what I mean?
parenting is not easy, and everybody's got different
No, that's the
styles.
thing,
You know what I'm
yeah.
trying to say? That I'm a tough love kind of guy, disciplinarian, so I'll be alright. But parenting is not. Because there's no wrong or right way to do it, and you don't know what results you're gonna get. And then for the most part, you do your best, and you put your child out
That's
into
it.
the world, into the school, and then they got so many other outside influences that you can't control. You know what I'm trying to say? So there's no foolproof thing to parenting. You get what I'm trying to say? You just got to let the chips fall where they may. Your child might be a psychopath. You know what I'm saying?
Can I say that as well? As much as we're saying, obviously, talking about, people having children and your mindset changes and blah, blah. Like, I've read a lot of posts from people who that they send like anonymous posts in because who do not like, if, second?
You just don't feel like that.
Mate, like, if they could go back in time, they would never. You couldn't even pay them. Like, literally, they wake up, they're like, I hate my life every single day because I have children. And like, it's weird because obviously in society, you are judged if you feel like that. If you, like, if Brent has a child and he still says the same thing.
Yeah, I'm calling them to take you away myself. I'm saying there's something wrong with this.
Do you get what I mean? But the thing, the reality of life is that though, there's a lot of people who do think like that. But the thing is, they don't have that freedom to express that. So they literally live in misery. There's people who really don't, like, they thought, okay, when I have a child, I would like mothers, fathers, whatever, like I would change, or I will see what everyone's always talking about, and they don't see it. 5 years down the line, they're like, do you know what? I really just want to up and leave. And they're actually people that really just up and leave, just leave the whole family.
Yeah, some people for real never get that maternal or paternal nature or whatever.
It's
just that connection, they just never feel it.
I need you to understand. I understand the whole maternal and paternal nature. I understand that. But the scenario that's in my head, it could be an extreme or whatnot. If you're on a hospital bed, she's having my child, our child, right? The child hasn't come into the world yet. I haven't had a chance to basically now
form a bond or anything.
Vibe of the child being on my breast. I haven't had that yet. And my wife is in danger of losing her life.
Yeah, do you
understand?
That's different. That's different.
I can easily say no.
Yeah, that's easy. You haven't even, that's easy. Not easy, sorry, but yeah.
And now, if I've spent a couple of years,
don't try a couple of years.
I'm inching. I got my head poked around the corner. A couple of years down the line now, yeah. I've been busy at work. She looks after the child a lot, right? I have the child in his or her quiet moments. You know, the good bits, right?
This is ridiculous.
Remember, you only know the good days, so it's harder. You don't even know the bad days.
So no one is easy for you to go on.
You're right, to be honest. I should actually do the flip. Get me annoyed.
You're changing the baby, is pooing in your face.
Honestly, I'm telling you, I'm not going to feel like I am weighed at all for saying if it's this child or my wife, and it's a guarantee that one of them is going, I'm going to pick my wife if I am in love with her and I feel as though she's not going to blame me for the choice. Do you understand? If she blames me for the choice,
I think she'll blame me for the choice as well.
I'm picking a little you then.
But you won't know after the
you won't know. You won't know.
I'm creating this scenario.
Do you know what's mad? Yeah. God forbid that scenario ever happens. But if my man picks the child, you better pray I die. Because if I wake up and I find out you didn't pick me,
and then you're telling you I thought you'd understand.
If I was picked, I'll be disappointed.
If you're picked,
I'd be livid. 100%. Livid. There'll be no relationship. She might die. She'll die. I'll be livid. Yeah. Livid.
This is interesting.
That's wild.
Livid.
What are you doing?
What the fuck are you doing?
Because we can make another child.
Yeah. No, get out of it. Thank you.
No way.
Thank you.
No way. You lost your mind. Not with
That's
you.
Wild.
What? Fuck off.
That's wild.
Nah, man.
That's wild. So you would rather, your child, you would rather
my child
your
live.
child. No, wait. You would rather your You would rather your child was raised in a one-parent household that Iman has so many times argued is not good for society than be with your partner and create a child that you can raise in a wholesome home.
See, this is the thing.
No. Yes,
especially knowing your brethren's waiting in the wings to basically, just replace it.
Comfort her while she's mourning and that. Things happen, right? And the way I see it is, I would rather prefer you move on. But my child's alive.
You also said, Iman, your words, that it's difficult for women who have children to be able to.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Move.
You mean move on as in like find another dad?
Yeah, I mean, you can never replace me, but you find another guy that will help, and
But we know that that's hard for women though with children.
Yeah, I mean,
so how about you just stick around?
Women don't think that. Women don't think that.
I like my scenarios.
No, women do.
So
I don't think so.
They're aware.
and they're making the decision they're making.
Black activist, yeah? Mr. Pro-black activist, melanin jab packed and that.
That's right.
If you knew that your wife would then go on to marry a white man, and a white man will be raising your little picnic, would you still say, choose to kill me?
This is when I will start chanting. For real, I'm telling you. I will not die, you know. You don't know, man.
Black man blood in me.
I'm telling you. The ancestors will keep me alive.
So this is when I will not die.
I'm telling you. What?
I'm
Raising
so done,
my
man.
son, my child.
I'm so done.
God forbid.
I guess I'll have to revisit this when it's out children.
Yeah.
I want to see if my chemistry changes. I need to see if I would change my mind. And I guess it ultimately depends on if it is I love my wife and the extent in which it is I believe I'm going to.
You know what?
so
There's
that's
people that I could see it not changing. I'm not saying that because that formula is gonna happen for everybody.
Yeah.
But you're not that kind of person. Like the way you are, because you're gonna care.
You think Nick Cannon would give his life for one?
When he's got 3 in the oven at the minute.
No, but someone who lives.
He's on about making as many as possible.
No, but someone who lives like
Do you
that
think
is
he
different.
values each and every single one of them in
No,
the manner
but
in
he
which
might-
is as one man has one child?
No, but he might not even see some of them. That's different. He's not being a father. That's not about fatherhood. He's just bringing kids into the world. So it's different.
All right.
The connection's not there. It's not about.
All right. So it matters if you actually are there for your child.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
100%. Yeah. It matters
So
the role you want to play in your kid's life and all
Yeah,
these
so
kind of
then how
things.
would
Yeah.
you be there
So-
for the child if...
That's the biggest. I'm there for you. I kept you alive. That's how I was there for you. What are you
Nah,
talking
mate.
about? It's the biggest
now
thing I
I'm
could
poor
do for
and
you.
begging on the street. Nah, you should have stayed alive, mate. That's so dead.
And now the child's dead?
Yeah.
But you can make a new one.
He's an ass.
No, you can't.
Nah, man. But do you know what I also think it is? Do you know what I think it comes down to as well? It's your reason for wanting a partner. Because I'm not trying to be someone's partner to be an available womb. Like, I'm not trying. Children and stuff is an extra. It's a bonus if it happens. But I want a proper partnership. Like, I can't imagine. Nah, man. Sorry. One of my worst. Like, one of the things why I'm so picky when it comes to men and stuff, yeah, is that if we do have children, I want a present. It's different if we have children and I happen to die. Something happens. It's outside of my control. Cool. But for as long as I can be, as much as I can be intentional about the way my family is going to be, I want both parents present. So I can't imagine picking my child over my husband, and then now we're a one-parent household. I may or may not find somebody. That affects when really and truly I could have picked my husband and we get to go on and create more children who will be raised in that home that I desire for my children to be raised in a well-balanced home. Obviously, life can happen anyway. Someone could die, cool, whatever. But for as much as I can be intentional about it, I'm not going to intentionally raise my children in a broken home.
That would have to be a decision that I think you don't make together. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So we're doing the scenarios individually. If you put your wife into the scenario and then it's there, then you both have a decision to make. That's a decision that you can make together. So you sit down and you talk and it's about your future and what's going on.
Yeah.
And then if that's what you decide, then I can hear it. I think individually by yourself, even if you are in the relationship, I don't think you can make that choice.
I'll be honest with
Because
you,
like I'm saying, you might make the wrong choice for your partner.
Yeah, but I'm going into relationships like finding someone who's like-minded like me, finding someone who isn't with me because I'm a womb, but finding someone who is with me because I am what they want.
Yeah.
And children and whatever else is a bonus that if it happens, cool. So do you get me? So that is that kind of conversation I think I would be having from early anyway, because I have to be with someone who is like-minded.
But I think you're being a bit extreme in the sense where thinking men just choose. Obviously, it does happen, right? But most men don't just choose a woman because, they're a womb.
This is my point.
You want to build with this woman. You want to do
back
something.
off of that because I like that you mentioned that. I think that when you look for a partner or for a companion for life, even though you've talked about polygyny and everything, you care about that person.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
Mark sees women a bit differently.
Okay.
Right? He says he's never going to get married. I'm not saying that he's never going to spend his life with one woman. I don't see that in his life. I'm not cursing you. I just see you as a guy who
He's free.
as for as long as it is that you can move and whatnot, if God keeps you off the treadmill, 100%, I believe that this is who you're going to be. So your attachment to women is never going to be as I would have an attachment to a woman.
Okay, yeah.
So I think you're opinions are informed by how you feel about that particular thing.
Yeah, because I know a man who will jump off a cliff for gal. And I don't date no gal I'm jumping off a cliff for.
I've never even thought it was possible.
I
I
what's the scenario there?
I don't know.
If
Listen, any
I
scenario.
don't jump off, what was it?
Same scenario. Just change it from the child to your wife.
If you don't jump off, she dies.
Change the same scenario. Just change it from the child to your wife. If you don't jump, she's dead.
Go on, man.
Go on. What are you doing?
My wife?
Yeah.
This is the person. Remember, you said that
Thank you.
your life partner,
Understand.
everything.
I'm really that.
I
You
am
ain't
not-
jumping for no one.
Basically,
You act like you're a nice guy. You're
Let
just a piece of
me
shit.
answer. Let me answer.
The only time Brent's gonna jump
Let
is
me
just say
answer.
jump or the new black is done.
Let me answer. Let me
He's
answer.
diving in.
Let me answer. I've watched too many films
There we go.
where these stupid terrorists try to get you to read crap, and they hold a say if it is you don't read this, you're gonna die. Gonna kill me.
Good, anyway. Yeah.
I'm not gonna degrade myself by doing that.
Yeah, but remember.
If you tell me to jump off and she lives, again, if it's guaranteed, I'm still thinking, benefited from this. You're telling me it's either her or me, and I'm jumping? Brother.
And there's married men, especially married men, because that's what there's married men out there. There'll be more than
How
single
old
men.
am I?
I don't know, but there's married men out there that are jumping in a heartbeat,
For the partner.
not even thinking about it, not even flinching
I'll be honest, that's the kind of love
for
I
their
want.
wife. I'm telling you now.
Of course you do.
That's the kind of love I want. I can't guarantee I
Because
might
you
stay
grieve and then
single
you move
forever.
on, right?
Sorry?
You grieve and you move on.
If the Lord wills.
There you go.
And I
Yeah.
guarantee he will.
Okay, well,
This
then
is
what's
what
my
happens, you
aim?
know. Women will just cry for you for
I don't
2
know
weeks.
why you got
and
the
start
vibe.
leaving.
No, not 2 weeks. Come
Why
on.
you got the vibe that I'm jumping?
2 months.
Didn't I give you an example of my self-preservation, my selfishness, by saying I want to keep the one I've loved as opposed to the one that
I was just checking.
I'm not changing my. No, I don't think my response to me changing my mind or contradicting myself. No,
It's funny though, because
no.
all that being said, I ain't jumping nowhere for no man. Jumping no man.
This is women for you, you know.
No, sir, don't tell you there.
Would you jump
This
for your
is meant
wife?
For you when Brent said it.
I'm not jumping for nobody. It's my
So
children.
this is meant for you.
That's okay.
Yes, women, we are walking wombs to them.
But this is the thing. I would expect her to do the same thing for that child. Let me get shot. That's fine. That's how I see it.
Oh, there was a child in the scenario. I didn't even know there was a child. I just said I'm not
No.
doing the period.
He's going back to what we were
Oh,
talking
okay.
Yeah. That's how I see it, man.
It's wild, man.
I think once you have kids, it's less about you. It's about duty. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we've now got a job to do. Look after this child,
It
number
will be
one.
interesting to see what our mindset's like when we have children. When some people have children. Trying to enjoy life.
You once said that nobody owns anybody, right? We're on this earth as soul creations, isolated in our walk and this, that, and the next. Yes, if we choose to decide to bring people into our loving circle, that's what we decided to, right? But in the end, your child is not you and you are not your child, right? You're going to teach your child to be not separate from society, but have their own level of thinking, being able to make decisions without any other external, influence and whatnot.
Yeah.
You're going to raise your child just like you because you think you're the wickedest, waviest you out there. It's in my head that you should lead by example. Let the child fend for himself. No?
You reckon?
You reckon?
Fend for yourself in what sense? What do you mean?
Oh,
Right.
you didn't follow anything I was saying.
No, I was phoning. What do you mean let him lead by himself? Let him.
So, at what age are you going to basically let him make his own decisions?
What, my child?
Yeah. Because he doesn't know. Because he decides he's going to call you by your first name after hearing that, right? And you've told him, not yet. You can't do that yet.
He could never do it.
Yet.
No, not yet.
Well, if he's 19, he could do it and you'll still have a problem with it, but you're not going to beat him. You're not going to try to
Punch him in
reprimand
his
him.
face.
When he's 25?
Yes.
All right, okay. So you're still going to...
I am always going to be his father and his dad.
all right.
Always.
You're still going to own him in a sense, yeah?
Until there's no breath
You're
in my
still going
lungs.
to own him in a sense.
Yeah. Until there's no breath in my lungs.
Does anybody own you?
Yes, I was gonna get a tattoo. I have the property of Janet Wright,
Is that?
All right,
my mother.
Okay.
all right, okay. To be honest,
If found, please return. You get what I'm saying? I was gonna get that tattoo.
all right, now I
Yes.
understand. I've now put that into your profile. So further down the line, I now know that there's certain things that you would say, yeah, I would submit to that. I thought you just didn't submit to anything unless it served you.
Yeah, no, my mum's different. With family, it's different. My mum supersedes everything that I think or
Okay.
anything that I think or stand for or anything. My mum supersedes it.
Okay. And that's because she showed unconditional love all throughout your life.
Mhm.
So if that wasn't present, it would be easier for you to basically.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, okay.
Yeah.
That's why it's important for you all to basically jump off a cliff to show the child what that child should now do for his children. Or her
Maybe.
children.
Maybe if you want to frame it like
Be
that.
a bad
Yeah.
example in that.
Probably part of it, yeah.
Yeah,
I said, there, nah. I said, yeah, nah.
You ain't sold it to me, niggers. No. I hear that. We're still together.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I'm saying my truth.
Yeah.
Ain't no shame in my game.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
All right,
that could have was like 2 hours.
Isn't it?
Now, honestly, yeah, it's so mad because Yusuf's oracling did not oracle this time. He's going to be so shocked. All right, let's get into our next headlines. All right, the royal family nanny is vindicated. So the BBC is paying damages to Prince William and Harry's ex-nanny over false claims made about her to obtain a 1995 Princess Diana interview. Alexandra Pettifer, known as Tiggy, was given an apology at the High Court over unfounded allegations she had an affair with Prince Charles, resulting in a pregnancy which was aborted. Her solicitor said the false claims had caused serious personal consequences. A probe has already found Panorama's Martin Bashir used fake documents to win Diana's trust and coerce her into agreeing to do the interview. The interview, viewed by 22.8 million people in the UK and broadcast 3 years after Princess Charles and Diana separated, was described by commentators at the time as a bombshell that destroyed the image of a contented, caring and united royal family. The BBC said on Thursday that it was extremely sorry for the serious and prolonged harm caused to Mrs. Pettifer and her family following the broadcast. That's wild.
22.8 million people watched it.
I don't know how much to give her.
Yeah, I was trying to find the
Very
amount,
happy.
yeah, the
They're probably going
payout.
to settle it first before they release it to the public. But I need to know how much they're giving this woman. I think $1 million per.
I feel
What,
like I
1,000
remember
per view?
that. Was
That's
that
not
the
enough,
document?
man.
Was that the Martin Bashir? That's the Indian man, isn't
Yeah.
it? When he interviewed Diana.
Mhm. Yep.
That's when everything went crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
For real.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's a terrorist, man. Like,
He did a Michael Jackson thing as well, didn't he?
yeah.
What did you do to Michael
Complete
Jackson?
animal.
The interview with Michael Jackson.
Told the
when-
truth. What?
Hmm?
This guy.
When he the one that done the interview with Michael Jackson around the house with him, innit?
Mhm.
Yeah, the same man.
Yeah.
What was it? Guys, I wasn't born yet.
It was just an interview. It was just an interview with Michael Jackson in Netherlands, but it's like it just gave you a look into like. I think that kind of it
Was that recent?
it messed him up and helped him a bit because it made people see that like, oh shit, okay, it's weird. It's like, okay, yeah, this guy's a weirdo, or because he's a weirdo, yeah. But then it's like, no, but he's actually like really like different, innit? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? So
He's a weird.
yeah, he's like weird, yeah. So yeah, sick.
Okay. Right, the next bit of news, trigger warning, guys. So a woman lay undiscovered for 2 years in flat. The body of a woman lay undiscovered for 2.5 years in her southeast London home, despite repeated calls by residents. Sheila Sillon, age 58, had to be identified by dental records after she was found in the living room of her flat in Peckham in February. The inquest was told there had been numerous missed opportunities by both her landlord and the police. At one point, a Met Police controller mistakenly concluded that Miss Sillon had been seen alive and well, and this was passed on to Peabody. Miss Sillon was last seen alive during a GP visit in August 2019. Residents had repeatedly contacted the Housing Association and police about Miss Sillon. She had not paid rent since that month, but Peabody cut off her gas supply in June 2020, despite 3 months earlier applying for universal credits to cover her rent. Peabody has since apologized for what happened. A post-mortem found the cause of her death was unascertained due to the advanced state of decomposition of her body. That is very sad.
Yeah.
That is very, very sad. It just shows you as well, yeah, the way like a lot of people in this country live where they don't have like family and stuff to check in on them.
Yeah.
Because that's wild. 2.5 years and no one knew you were missing,
Imagine.
that you were gone.
People that travel or migrate to different countries live like that a lot as well.
Oh,
Innit?
yeah, that's true. Actually, I never thought that. Actually.
It's like for real. Like if I died here now, nobody
No
would know.
one
No one would check on me. No, like they don't have no one. They're just
That's so
a guy
sad,
in the
man.
world.
Yeah.
People like that.
Horrible.
I don't even say crazy. I think they're brave. People that travel. When I meet people that that live in London now from other countries.
And they live on their own.
I just think they're so brave is the proper word.
Brave is the word.
I couldn't do that.
That's a different
Actually,
level.
I've been thinking if I could move away like later on in my life or whatever. But it's a sad story, man.
Very sad story. Well, all right, let's pick it up a little bit. Let's get into Word on Road. Actually, sorry, it's gonna be down for another second. Trigger warning again. But Trina, you know Trina the rapper, her 17-year-old niece was shot and killed in Miami.
Niece?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
On Tuesday night, yeah. So she referred to her as Sugar, and yeah, they basically responded to a scene where they said a female victim was like, people were shot basically, and she was pronounced dead at the scene. So yeah, it's really sad. They're still investigating whether it was a random attack or it was targeted. But yeah, so sad. Next bit of news. So Beyoncé, obviously yesterday I spoke about Beyonce's track list. Apple Music. So the credits were on Apple Music, and people were kind of putting two and two together and stuff like that. And there's a few people that we're not sure. Obviously, you never know whether they're going to be features or whatever, but they're credited on songs. So we've got Drake is on there. We've got Jay-Z, Pharrell, Tems. Tems is having a great year. In the last year, Tems has featured on a Wizkid, Drake, Future, and now Beyoncé song.
Yeah, she's going for it.
In a year. It's bloody amazing. So track 11, which is Heated, that's got Drake on it. So we obviously don't know whether Drake's gonna sing on it or if he's gonna what's it called?
Rap.
No, if he's just like writer's credit.
Okay,
yeah. That'd be interesting. But people making jokes were like, so basically you're telling me Drake was in the studio and heard that has that house album and he still went ahead and released his. So so you obviously got Pharrell in there as well. You got Labyrinth.
Okay.
Labyrinth's in there as well. Writing credits, I think. And she samples James Brown Church Girl. You guys know it?
Nope.
No,
Do I? And Now Rogers Cuff It. Know that?
Nope.
Nope. Yeah. And then The Dream as well has got credits on there as well. So
he's a good writer.
yeah, definitely. So it's looking like a great album. It's looking interesting. But I think the main thing was obviously, and I also saw P2J Music as well. It got credits on there as well. But the main thing obviously was like everyone's, oh my gosh, Tems, like the African princess. She's an amazing. But yeah, speaking of albums, SZA's SZA. So I always find him funny. But SZA's manager basically spoke out yesterday about her delayed album. Sometimes the people should not be talking, because when you talk here and then the fans, so from what I understand, she hasn't released an album in 6 years. I will say she's doing great though, because that album, that Control album, is still making sis money, because she headlined Wireless off of that album 6 years later.
Is that album 6 years old?
Yeah, I believe so. Someone check that for me, please. Before they fight me in the comments.
I'm late because I love that album and I know for a fact I never had it 6 years ago.
Listen, hold on, let's see.
Then again, I'm lying. Yeah, time's flying. Lockdown's messing me up. That's what it is.
Yeah, because we lost like 3 years.
Lockdown's messed me up.
Yeah, so it was released 2017, yeah. Or 5 years.
5 years.
No, 5, 6, same thing.
Okay, yeah, no, I was alright when it dropped then. That's cool.
Yeah, so 9th of June, it was released 9th of June 2017. So anyways now, so her what's it called? Her manager, Punch TDE, he's also the president of one of the labels she signed to. He basically said, he tweeted transparency and he had a note. And in the notes it says, I guess I should give a bit of context, rolling eye emoji. SZA and myself initially spoke about a summertime album, which is why she mentioned summer in a post-Grammys interview. Shortly after discussing everything with RCA and Top, which is both labels she signed to, we decided it was best to do it a little later to set everything up correctly, giving it its proper space and lead time. There is a lot that goes into putting out an album, and especially one with much anticipation. We thank you for your continued patience and understanding. An announcement will be coming sooner than you think. Signed, Punch. People were cooking his ass.
No way.
To the point where he replied to that tweet, he said, never again. He's never again giving you guys any kind of update or transparency, anything like that. So someone did ask, do you have a solid release date yet? And he did say yes. They haven't said when it is, but they did say yes. But a lot of people are like, basically, yeah. Also, the reason why he got cooked, so he did this announcement, but then he posts like a snippet, like a video snippet of his new music.
What?
And people are like, this is why SZA doesn't have music because her manager's out here trying to be Dave East. That's how they cooked this man. But obviously, apparently he's a rap, like he's been rapping since way before she even started her career or whatever. But people don't care. They're trying to worry about SZA's album and you're out here promoting your music. Are you
Who's
sick?
his manager? Who's the manager?
His name's Punch.
What, old school Punch?
Yeah, same Punch. I think
It's not the same Punch. From Smack. Smack DVD.
Who?
Is it? Punch.
Find out. Yeah, it's Punch. It's whoever it is, it's Punch. Let me find. Where's my list? Oh, there it is.
Let me see.
Yeah, Terrence Punch Henderson.
Have you got a picture of him?
Yes, I do. 1 second. It's crazy because you got an iPad too, you know. Yeah, him. This guy.
Okay, no, that's not who.
Is that a different Punch?
Yeah, it's a totally different Punch.
Is that okay?
But this guy, you see, he don't make music.
Apparently he does.
No one listens to.
No, but apparently like it's like because he had a few fans in it talking about like he makes music and blah blah. And people don't know
I've
blah
never
blah.
seen that done in my life.
Yeah, so he's also like he's a president on one of the other labels she's signed to as well. She's signed to 2 labels, but yeah. So yeah, he was just being cooked and whatever else. But hopefully they do come with something soon. But people basically SZA's fans here, they don't play anymore. Because it's like they basically feel like she's a liar. They've actually diagnosed her with an illness
SZA.
to do with, because basically they just keep saying that she lies unprovoked and there's no need for it. So when she went to the Grammy, she was on a crutch and they were like, that was a lie. They were like, she doesn't even need it. Like, she's such a liar. Like, she just lies all the time. And obviously she mentioned the album. She's like, oh yeah, Summer. And they were like, there you go, lying again. Like, you just lie. So, yeah. But, yeah.
Liar.
You liar. But she's come out and said, it's the delay's not because of her label or whatever. So it's just like, what's the truth? Because he's kind of saying we're re-strategizing. People are like, you've had 5 years. Like I think she's promising the album for like 3 years now or something like that. So you've had all this time. Like, how right do you need to get it? But I just think that people like this here, they should be nervous because people, as in consumers, will literally die for something and then they give it to them and you listen to it in like, an hour? Then you tell me the album is not even its average. After I've been working on it for how many years? They did the same thing with Frank Ocean. They were asking this man for an album for so long. He released it and they were like, yeah, that was dead. After you've been begging for years. But anyways, my last bit of news today, Love Island is going to have a middle-aged season.
No way.
Yeah, they're going to have a middle-aged show even, actually. It's going to be called... So basically, the premise of the show is going to be 40 people in their 40s and 50s. I guess like kind of single parents. Yeah, kind of single parents in their 40s and 50s. And they're going to be like normal, wear like normal bodies and whatever. Away from that. Away from the aesthetics of the young crowd. And essentially, it's going to be like their kids sending, kind of like matching the parents up with someone else, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's going to be called, what is it going to be called?
Trash Island.
Over the Hill Island.
Not over Island. So what they're working with at the moment is Your Mum, My Dad. And the film is going to start later on this year, and the first one will be out around this time next year. Brent, we will not be watching that.
It might even be more entertaining, to be honest.
You never know.
Do you know what I say? I say you watch the first couple episodes. Let us know whether it's more entertaining or not. Then we'll follow your bandwagon. We'll follow the train. But in a statement, they did say, the show's producer did say, times change and the current generation in their 40s and 50s still care about how they look, are fit and healthy, into fashion, are ready to let their hair down. This show will give those who settle down young a second chance at love while they still feel in their prime. They also said, let's face it, they know their minds will be capable of intelligent conversation and are likely to be much more adventurous. All ingredients regular Love Island sometimes lacks.
They'll be looser with the lips, man.
It might actually be interesting, you know?
Yeah, they wouldn't care about the timeline and that.
Yeah, because they wouldn't know about all that stuff.
Yeah, they will, but they wouldn't care too tough.
They better just make sure everyone's aesthetically pleasing.
Probably will be, to be honest.
Yeah, I reckon it'll be like MILFs and... What's the equivalent of MILF for that for a man? Men. Dad bods, maybe?
Normally, if there isn't a direct response after you've asked that type of question from Margs,
Yeah.
it doesn't exist.
Doesn't
Or it
exist.
shouldn't exist. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a term, is there?
No, but even if there wasn't, you would have found something that made.
Oh yeah,
sense.
you would have created one.
Yeah.
No, DILF don't sound nice. So
Yeah, DILF don't sound
not going there.
Sounds like a sector. But yeah, so it should be interesting, and we'll see. Obviously, with that as well, if they're going to have a 40-year-old woman being the last one being picked, that'll be interesting to see.
They need to apologize to that black woman who suggested this on Twitter. Remember?
Was there?
Yeah, I think Yusuf mentioned this. When some lady on Twitter
Yes.
suggested this.
Doreen. She's in my WhatsApp group.
Yes, there you go.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh yes, her tweet that they were
They
cooking
cooked
her.
man. Yes.
That's true.
All
She
of
had
them
10
need to
10
apologize.
retweets, like 1,000 quote tweets.
She got ratio.
She got. That is so true.
Mm.
Big up Doreen, man. But I think it's been in works for years, so she can't even claim anything from it. So it's that. But yeah, let's get into the People's Journal.
Okay, so welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the economic news. So basically, I'm going to be very, sweet and short and whatnot. And basically, it's all about interest rates and Liz Truss' economic plan for the country. So first, Brexit, because of the whole situation with interest rates, they're saying that splitting from the rest of Europe may actually add an additional £5 billion to the divorce bill. That's because interest rates have increased for the first time in 11 years. So what they're basically saying is that originally the government estimated the bill covering spending commitments would be between 35 billion and 39 billion. And this included loans guaranteed by the European Investment Bank for infrastructure and other projects signed off during the time the UK was part of the EU. But as of right now, even though there's no finance settlement that was agreed and whatnot, the Treasury's latest estimate puts the figure up to 42 billion, which is, like I said, an extra 5 billion. And it's all because interest rates have just gone up. So basically the cost of lending, the cost of debt, the cost of all of that type of stuff has just gone up, right? So again, this is another issue for the next Prime Minister to deal with. And both of them, like you mentioned in the first headline, have kind of put in the ideas of how best to kind of manage the whole situation.
Yeah.
Liz Truss is basically saying, and the reason why I'm mentioning Liz Truss is because everyone's basically saying she doesn't know what she's talking about.
Mm.
And so she's claiming, right, that her economic agenda of tax cuts and public spending is what is necessary to revitalise the UK economy. Rishi Sunak is obviously saying these guys know nothing about economics and whatnot.
Oh, someone came out and supported her, don't it?
Yes.
Come on.
Patrick Minford. So he came out and actually said that no, their economic policy is sound. And the thing about him is he was one of those that was kind of instrumental during the premiership of Margaret Thatcher. So when in the late 70s and the recession in 80, 81 happened, everyone was criticising Margaret Thatcher for how she's actually dealing with it.
Mm-hmm.
But it worked. Like I've said before, inflation was about 20%, 25% during Margaret Thatcher's time, when she took over and whatnot. But she brought it down. She, obviously a lot of the things she did was to privatize a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah.
She did the whole, what's the right to buy, all that type of stuff, right?
Did she shut down the coal mines, isn't it?
Yeah. So she did. But, the economy wasn't working, man. It wasn't thriving, man. And so, and I agree with her. And I agree with the whole less government intervention and more privatization, incentivizing certain things, lower tax cuts. You're just going to get more innovation.
Didn't she bring in council housing?
Bring it in, or you mean buying your council house?
Oh, well, the council was... Oh, no, it was there from before, innit?
Yeah, it was definitely before. Yeah.
But I was watching something, it was saying that, you see like the council estates,
Yeah.
when they first came in, there wasn't like a bad thing, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like everybody, they loved the new flats and everybody used to clean them up and like, like the community and all that. There was it was a proper nice thing, if that makes sense. And then obviously over the years, it just
Run down.
went to shit.
Yeah, man.
But what could we privatise there that could get us outside of the NHS? What else is there? What other industries there that can be privatised?
I don't know.
So
I think most things are like gone. Like she got rid of.
Thatcher got it all. So
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, probably a few things here and there, innit? But yeah, most things. Yeah. So kind of touching on the whole Margaret Thatcher stance in 1979, she said that inflation is partly the reason of cheap borrowing fostered by the central bank. So a tighter monetary policy will limit rising prices. And obviously, like I mentioned earlier about how cutting tax as well, that's going to, like basically the movers and shakers of the world, the people who actually do things, right?
Yeah.
No shade to, regular folk. But those people are the people who you need to incentivize to actually create and do more things. You're going to get more innovation and prices will go down. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, anyway.
Mm.
And she pretty much is basically saying she wants to do that straight away. Sunak is still basically saying he wants to actually put more money in and help with, the cost of living, which is, a noble thing to do. But long term, it's just going to cost the public more money.
Yeah.
It's going to take longer to actually get out of the situation they're in. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So that was just a little something on Liz Truss economic plan and the situation we're in regarding Brexit.
What do you feel about Liz Truss?
I don't know. I haven't done my
Truss, sorry.
You know what's funny? I was going to correct you, but I thought,
Yeah, I just realised I said...
Yeah.
I haven't done enough research on both of them to look at their things. The only thing I know about is their economic policies. And I like hers, to be fair.
Do you think Sunak could actually be Prime Minister of Britain?
I think he has a very good chance of doing it,
You think that the people wouldn't riot?
You kissed the mic.
As in regular folk? No, I don't think so.
You think they'd be fine with having the wrong person
You kissed the
in
mic.
charge?
I don't think they'll be fine with it, but you know what? I think in 2022, I think it's definitely a possibility.
Because we live in London?
No, but because there's Tory MPs all over the country. And look at where he is now. He's won every round of voting. They represent constituents or like all over the country.
Every round amongst the MPs.
Yeah.
They haven't gone to members yet.
Yeah, they will do.
I know.
Yeah.
And that's where he's going to lose.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, you have a good point there. You have a good point.
I think that they have set up Liz Truss for I think they decided this from the very beginning. I think they put Kim in there, they put Sunak in there just to showcase that Britain's not racist. I think that they planned this from the very beginning, tactically. Because there was a point in time when Liz didn't have a footing.
Yeah, that's true.
Kim was the one. And then the whole, but she's self-identity stuff, she wants to push that through. We can't have that. Liz, all right, cool. Then all of a sudden, boom, Liz is the front runner. So I don't think Sunak's going to get in it because I don't think the 100,000 members are going to want him, a little Indian in charge. He is quite slight, no?
I don't know, man.
Sorry, is he?
Is
he brolic? Is he brolic?
No, so. But he's not little though, isn't it?
He's very skinny.
Is he? Very?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Have you seen him in a suit?
Yeah.
Seen how he walks as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't exude confidence in that. But that's not why they're not going to pick him.
You know what? I think he still has a good chance, but you're right. When it does go to the actual, party members all across the country.
Why do you think he has a good chance? And do you think he has a good chance, Max?
Pardon?
Do you think he has a good chance?
No.
I think so. You think Liz Truss has got this now?
Yeah. Just the way everything's happened and the way everything's panned out. They've done all of this. Yeah. I don't think he's gonna win.
Do you slightly want him to win? Would you like for him to disrupt everything?
I'm not invested in that way, to be fair. All I care about is who's going to make our lives better. That's all I care about.
So let's just say Liz wins. Can she beat Keir Starmer? Because that's the big question.
To be fair, I feel like both of them have similar chances, to be fair. Yeah. And I think both of them can beat Keir Starmer, to answer your question. I don't think Labour have done anything or are doing anything for the longest while. To be fair.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, cool.
So yeah, that's the end of the People's Journal.
All right, let's get into sis. What would you do? Hi, girls. I absolutely love the show. I tune in every day. Can't wait till you guys go live full time. So, girls, I've got a really short dilemma for you. I've got a boyfriend who I love dearly, and I've been with him for 4 years now. Last week, I was at a house party, and I drank a little too much and got my pussy ate by a guy who had been talking to me all night. This guy is a loudmouth, so it's bound to get out, and I fear it's going to land in my man's lap. Should I keep quiet and pray or get ahead of this and tell him? Thanks in advance for the advice. Personally, because it's going to get out and the person's a loudmouth, I would do PR and handle it myself before he gets a chance to handle it for me. I will come clean. Only because it's a loudmouth I'm dealing with. If I was dealing with a guy who's quiet, I'm taking that to my grave. But under the circumstances, I would say tell your man. I think if it lands in your man's lap, it's worse. It just sounds, even it is what it is, it's going to sound worse because he has to find out. And depending on how he finds out as well, he might be paranoid that more people know. Like, it's a whole thing. But if you tell him, then he can even brace himself for when he is told. Because then I feel like when you're told something that you should already know, there's a level of, obviously, there's annoyance that you've been told something or the betrayal or whatever, but there's also there's embarrassment there. That people know this thing about you that concerns you, that's embarrassing for you. So personally, I would tell my man, I would get ahead of it. Get ahead of it and pray.
But that's only because he's a loudmouth.
Yeah, if he wasn't a loudmouth, I wouldn't say anything. Yeah, mistakes happen, it is what it is.
But can't you claim that you were drunk out your head and you can't remember anything?
That's what I'm saying, get ahead of it. So literally...
I was literally about to say, just say you don't remember it.
So she doesn't say anything.
So don't say anything, and then if it comes up...
No, man. Certain thing, I can't lie to you.
I did?
No, but then that can get techie, because then he might want to start calling like raping these things, and then...
Not even that. I'm thinking
No, because if you didn't consent, if you were drunk, you don't remember, then you didn't consent. So if the boyfriend wants to take that into his own hands...
No, but I wasn't thinking that.
You know?
What I'm thinking is, if my man tells me, oh, this happened, I was drunk, blah, blah, I think, so how many other things have you been getting up to while you've been drunk that we don't know about? That's what I would think. That's what I would take
Are
it.
you trying to flip it?
No, I would though. I'm saying that if she goes to him, if she doesn't say anything to him and is brought to him, and her defense is she was drunk, that is not a strong defense. That is not a strong defense at all. Because he's gonna be like, so how many other things that, obviously if he goes to consent, he might go that route as well. But if he doesn't go that route, if he doesn't think of that, he's gonna be like, so that means you probably lips guys, you do this, you do that. How many things are you out here? You're out here embarrassing me and embarrassing our union, all in the name of you being drunk. I would come out. I would confess that.
What kind of man is this? What are the chances that he's just running around promoting that he just gave her a head?
Now some guys
at
are
the party?
loud. It's like a George from Love Island.
Yeah, but he didn't bang though.
Exactly. And like you said, it's perfect.
That's the title. He did bang though.
I didn't want to reference that, but you know, there's some guys who they don't even like. There's some guys, like you might just had a peck, but the way they tell the story to other people, you'll be so convinced I had his first kid. You'll be so convinced that this is way deeper than it is. Some guys are literally just talk too much.
I don't know why guys talk though like that though.
It's a very pathetic
Girls
trait.
do it though.
Yeah,
You can
I have
flirt
a
with a
problem
girl
with
and
that
they
too.
frame it like
You
you're
propose.
onto them. Like, yeah, like you're running them down. You're like, oh, you're moving to moving to who? Who was I moving to?
I just said it was something on their foot.
Like, what?
No, but unfortunately, there are people like that. They just talk. But there's definitely a lot of guys like that too. I said Drake said it. Niggas don't want bitches these days. Who can get the pussy these days? Literally, this is the guys do that. So I think because it's a loud mouth and it's gonna get out. Like she said, it's bound to get out.
Wow.
I don't think saying you're drunk is a strong defense. You gotta come with something. It's a stronger defense to even say you was a dare, mate, than that.
Right.
What do you guys think? What should you do?
I don't know. Maybe just yeah, that's why she's screwed, because if she thinks it's definitely gonna come out, she thinks that for a reason.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If it's definitely gonna come out, then yeah, you gotta do damage control.
You gotta do damage
You have to do damage control. Maybe.
Yeah, if it was a 50-50 chance, I can't lie, I would have said, bet on yourself, sis.
You can come. You might just have to admit you can come back from that. It was only neck. So
Would your girl be able to come back from that?
yeah,
Is your girl, actually, no, yeah.
yeah, I'm different. Yeah.
Because you don't have ownership in the way people typically do in relationships, to be fair.
Yeah, but even if it hurt you, I mean, initially there's going to be problems and whatever. But I think you can get your head around that. You can come around that. She just got ahead. Big her up.
Same thing as you gave head.
Hmm?
Same thing as you gave head. as well.
No. What if she just gave head? No, it's not the same thing.
That's ridiculous.
That is egregious. No, it's not the same thing. I'd rather you told me that you had sex rather than told me you just gave him head. Like, what do you mean? You just
The
gave him...
guy just said.
Okay, fine. I'd rather you told me you had sex than that you just gave him head. That was that's the transaction. You just sucked him off. What the fuck are we doing?
I've heard
Yeah,
this before.
for real.
I've heard this before.
Mhm.
Can you just be brief and explain the psychology behind this?
I think sex is it's more personal. It's more like it's too much because women think that it's not that much.
What, sex or head?
Head. I've been with girls who think
Oh, it's
that-
more intimate.
well, yeah, but I've been with girls who think that they're doing something. They think that they're doing something because they won't sleep with you on the first date, but they'll give you head. What? Okay, go off, sis. I'm gonna let that one slide because I want this neck right now. But you're crazy.
You killed
Like,
me.
you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm telling you, like, you're a mad woman. Like, what?
So you feel
This
it's
is-
more intimate for a girl to give head than to have sex?
It's not that it's more. It's not that it's more intimate because obviously the process of sex is more intrusive and you know what I'm trying to say. But it's like it speaks to your mindset. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you cheated on me and then you didn't even get nothing out of it. Like, you just sucked his dick. That is crazy. You know what I'm trying to say? So you're my girlfriend now, yeah. Like, a man walking around saying that he had sex with my girlfriend, yeah, is better than him just walking around saying, "Oh yeah,
She just gave me head."
She gave me head." That's man's gal, you know. What, you chop her? No, I ain't chopped her. She just sucked me off. What? What the fuck are we talking about here? What?
So she's more of a deviant.
Of course she is. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Like, sex is a give and take. You had sex. You know what I'm trying to say?
Enjoy
Like,
something from that.
if I'm walking around, imagine this, like, because obviously people care about embarrassment. You know what I'm trying to say? So I'm walking around in the spare time, yeah. Do you think it's better that I'm telling people that Brent's girl just gave me head? And that's calm because we didn't have sex. This is what she's known. This is the impression of her. You know, like, oh yeah, that's Brent's girl. Oh, yeah, she sucked me off the other day. What? Yeah, man, she gave me head. What? Did you chop it? No. She just come and just suck me off. What?
Yeah, it's mad.
Very well.
Is that what she done?
All right, so I think I'm understanding what you're saying. And for you, Emmanuel, I think you agree because you're nodding profusely.
Not profusely, child.
So either way, the relationship's done, right? Either way.
I've got space in my heart to forgive infidelity.
But not a dick suck.
No, that's crazy.
Even the way you said that.
Yeah, no, that's
Dick
crazy.
suck.
That's crazy, and that's just what you've done. Because it's like, you're gonna fall off the wagon again. You've got a problem. There's an addiction. You're gonna fall off the wagon again. You're gonna suck another dick again. Like, if this is what's in your heart, it's gonna happen. You're gonna do it again, man.
I have honestly heard this so many times from the same type of man, right? Let me ask you.
Yeah, what's up?
Either which way she gone,
Yeah,
and it's not second guessing.
no.
But would you rate the sex worse than the head?
No, I think the head's worse, man.
Suppose you
That's what you do.
suppose
you
you
just,
understood the amount of positions she was in whilst the sex was going on, like wild. She was eating bum all sorts, bro.
what?
Eating
Yeah, but
bums like
that's
head.
exactly. Yeah,
It's like head,
Yeah, it's oral.
yeah.
eating bums like head.
Yeah, it's the oral. It's not.
Would you look at her weather if she just ate bum?
Yes.
What?
This is what I'm
That's- I think that's the
saying.
worst
How
of
is
all.
it worse? How is it the same as just
That's the worst
head?
of all.
It's
No,
not the same
it-
as head.
No, but
Yeah,
That's
but
a different level of
That's even.
behavior.
That's even
terrorism.
That's even.
That
crazy.
is the
That's even-
absolute
yeah,
That's
a
even
worst
crazier. But you gotta understand.
of all.
That's even crazier for the brother. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
It's my man's gal. Oh, what? Did you chop her? Nah. What, you get head? Nah. What's happening? Oh, she just ate my bum in it. Like, what are you two doing in that yard? Like, what?
No one
You're
comes
a
out looking
fucking
good in that
psychopath.
scenario.
Exactly.
It's mad for all parties involved. That's wild.
But it's definitely worse for the eater though. You can't just do it.
Yeah, it's what for, yes, what the, yeah.
All right.
That was your idea. You wanted to do this.
I've always found it like so weird hearing it, but the more it's explained to me, especially when you say, Manuel, that either which way, sex or head, you're gone. I can understand that. But with you, Mags, you saying, I can forgive her having sex, but I can't forgive her just giving head. That's weird.
Why?
Because in your head, there's still forgiveness for her being plowed out by Emmanuel.
Yeah.
And he sits next to you.
Plowed out.
Do you
Yeah.
understand? You can forgive her for that,
Yeah.
but not just giving Emmanuel head.
Yeah. Because it's just, I don't understand. I don't like things I don't understand.
And suppose it was stopped because somebody interrupted them. Suppose she was going to.
She was going to.
Yeah. Oh, suppose it's both head and sex.
But you only got to do the head and someone interrupted, she couldn't do the sex.
Well, sex, I would assume that there was head involved in the sex anyway.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's just, but you're getting, I understand. You like sex. You might have had an orgasm in these things. Like, I get it. Like, I get it. You was having sex. I get it.
Suppose she doesn't come via penetration, only given oral. Suppose that's her thing.
So now you're saying she's Linda Lovelace, basically. Have you seen Deep Throat?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Deep Throat, the porno, the one that really made porn famous, the movie that went all over the world, box office, what was that, in the 60s or the 70s, Linda Lovelace, and it's called Deep Throat, and she can only orgasm through her mouth.
Oh, wow.
Through her mouth?
Yeah, she can only orgasm through her mouth. That's why she goes around sucking dick. She's one of the first people to even see Deep Throat on camera. Like it's normal now. She's
As
one
in,
of-
that's what makes her orgasm.
yeah, it's not real life, but
yeah,
I thought you meant she was orgasming through her mouth.
Because
Like,
that's what
that's
he
where
said.
the orgasm
no.
was going
He said-
on.
no,
I was like,
I don't know.
damn.
In the movie, yeah, she can only climax. Yeah, her clitoris or whatever it is, or G spot is in her throat.
Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
That's why it's called Deep Throat. So she's going around
The clitoris is in her throat, yeah?
whatever the G spot, whatever it is for her to have. It's not real, obviously. That's the premise of the film.
Oh, I thought it was
Oh,
a life
it's all
story.
fiction.
Yes, it's a porno.
I thought it was based on a real story.
Yeah, because when you said it went like blockbuster, I was thinking, oh damn, like
Yeah.
You
She
don't know who Linda Lovelace is.
she broke
Also,
the industry.
I
I
She's a legend.
Let me just Google her. I have a phone in my hand.
was gonna say, don't.
Linda
Linda.
Lovelace.
Sounds like a white woman.
Yes,
She's a white woman.
of course. Pioneer of the sex industry. What do you mean?
Oh, Esther, man.
Not my type of chick, to be honest. Not my type of white. Not my type of white.
I wasn't promoting I wasn't talking about.
Wow.
You don't fight for her.
Yeah, I wasn't I don't care about what she looks like. You just said, what about if she could only achieve orgasm through oral? So I
Alright.
said to you, oh, so you think she's Linda Lovelace? I was telling you
Okay,
about
yeah,
the
so
film.
if
Alright,
that
now
was
we
the
have
scenario, is that
context.
okay then? Because you know this is
Well, yeah, but that's not real. But I mean, I suppose then it's different then.
yeah.
Alright,
Yeah, it would
I
be
like
different.
that. I like that.
I don't know. I think for me, if my man received head and gave head, both is wild to me.
You can forgive that quicker than him having sex.
If you went to a party, if your man went to a party,
No.
yeah,
No, I wouldn't.
you're saying it's equal to you, yeah. If you heard that he received head, yeah, in that party, he got head off a girl and went home, nothing happened. It's equal as if you heard that he went to that party and he ate a girl out and left.
No. You know what I think though. we know what I think. It's definitely worse that he went to a party and ate pussy and cut.
This is what I'm saying.
It's mad. But I was going off the sex thing as well. What was it you asked me about the sex thing? Is it worse that he...
Yeah, I've heard what men basically think. Men think that giving head is wilder than having sex.
I think if he had sex is worse for me. Because I think of sex as very, very intimate. So if he had sex compared to receiving head, yeah.
Okay, so cool. So,
He
cool.
ate
So you're
pussy,
running
you're done.
around, you're cheating, yeah, you're doing it. It's all under the table. So there could be like a lot of like car sex involved and stuff like that. Yeah, you're cheating. Yeah, you've got a man at home. Yeah, you come butt me. You jump in my car, and you just suck my dick, and get out. Yeah, and that's less worse. That would be it'll be worse if you had sex in the car.
Yeah, but I find the act of sex for me isn't just something to just get a nut. Like sex is an intimate act for me. So yeah, I don't care whether you do standing under the Tesco, wherever you do it. Sex is an intimate thing for me.
Because I'm not sure if there are soul ties exchanged via the mouth on your penis.
Yeah, it probably is, man.
Yeah, and I think
Okay.
yeah, and yeah,
You agree that soul ties are exchanged with dick sucking and pussy?
absolutely not.
All right.
Actually, no, do you know what? But again, I think of anything that's sexual, I think of it as intimate.
Mm.
Do you get what I mean? I don't think, you soul tie through head, but for me, I think that's an intimate act as well.
I think your body chemistry changes when it is you have sex.
Mm.
There's a deeper connection that wouldn't have been present if it is that you weren't physically inside of it.
Yeah.
Mm.
And you getting head, you don't have that connection. It's just, it's my body. You are pleasing it.
Yeah.
When it is you're actually in, your chemistry changes. For a brief moment, you think you may love her. Mags, you must understand this. And then when it is,
No.
when it
I
is, it's
can't
finished.
relate.
when it's
Can't
finished,
relate.
when it's finished, I don't know why I'm here.
No. I know
It's
exactly
not
what I'm
clarity.
doing. I don't get post-nut clarity. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
If I'm
Yeah.
doing wrong, I know I'm doing wrong.
But that excites you to be honest.
Yeah.
Confuse it.
Very much. I'm never confused about what I've done.
It's good.
I knew what I was doing.
So the dudes where you said that you knew some man that would jump off a cliff for women and whatnot, you know that men can get wrapped up in nanny, like fully, just gone clear, right?
Yeah.
You're just not susceptible to that kind of witchcraft.
What, just getting whipped up over Nani and that?
Yeah. Doesn't matter who it is.
Not to make me out to fool. I can get whipped up over Nani in the sense that I want it all the time.
Yeah.
But that's just because I want it. If that makes sense. Not just gonna make me do foolishness for it though.
When you say you want it, is it a thing where I could feel I want it, but I don't like the fact that I'm craving this. There's a power dynamic here that I'm not comfortable with because I didn't give authority to this.
No, I enjoy it. Because I don't feel like I like it. Because if I like it, I like it. You know what I'm trying to say? So even if it is different and it's weird and I didn't give that and I don't want it, but I'm enjoying myself. I like it. I don't usually act like this or usually feel like this, so I must like it. Everything I do for myself is, you know what I'm saying? So I can embrace the difference.
Yeah.
I can embrace it. I'm loving this. It's like, wow, this is different. This is new. I'm really liking this. I'm gonna go there again.
You've never told somebody that you love them?
Huh?
You've never told somebody that you love them?
I tell people I love them all the time.
An
No.
intimate
As
setting.
in a woman, like, I love you.
Yeah, all the time.
In an intimate setting.
No, but you don't.
Yeah.
I'm not
Okay.
saying because you use it like full stops, right?
Yeah.
You use king like full stops also, right? After a while, it doesn't mean anything. That's your language.
But when I say king,
Yeah.
it does mean something. It's better than me saying, yo, my nigga, all the time. I'm trying to change it. It does mean something. Why does it mean something?
I've never heard you say you're my nigga.
Exactly, because I say king.
Yes, so it's not like a full stop.
So you're saying this doesn't mean anything?
You say it to everybody.
Because we're all kings.
No, we're not. We're not. We're not. We're not.
Ridiculous.
It was an attempt to edify, innit?
Are you speaking for him now, King?
But
It
obviously,
is.
you know.
First of all, you're annoying. He said, are you thinking for him now?
Cool. So in my head, when you say that you always tell girls that you love them, I don't think you do. I don't think you do. I don't think you just tell every single girl that you love them. I don't think you do.
Not every single girl, no.
I think the ones that you want them to believe that you love them, you say it.
No, when I say it, they don't believe me.
So that's what I'm saying. It's a full stop. You don't mean it.
Yeah, no, I don't mean it.
Yeah, have
so
you
confused.
ever said it to mean it?
No.
All right. Cool. We can't.
Is this in an intimate situation we're talking about or
Yeah,
in general?
Yeah. In the
Oh, okay.
situation. Yeah. So again, you haven't lived this particular experience yet.
Mm-mm.
So you can't speak on it. Just like you said, I can't speak on the child
Oh,
scenario.
you spoke though, didn't you?
He had a lot to say.
I like how you've not focused on what I've just pointed out, but you're like, I hear that. I don't know why I expect different.
I'm so
Let's
dumb.
move
But,
on. Fantastic.
but sis, I personally would say come clean to man. What's the conclusion here? What's the consensus? I think she should come clean to a man
Yeah.
Yeah, come clean.
because it's going to come out.
Mm.
And that way you can think of a proper good story as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
All right. Well, oh, wait. So you guys know we do segments every day, but for asking for a friend, sis, what would you do? Send your voice notes and messages and whatever else to 075 64841073. You can also send an email it in to tdasubmissions@thenewblack.com. Black is spelled with an X. And let us know what it is about. Is it asking for a friend? Is it, sis, what would you do? Is this the same number of people sending voice notes for Love Island as well?
Yeah.
And the show, you could do that as well. But always let us know what it's about. Thank you. And yeah, let's head into Love Island the day after.
Go right in. Don't even bother. Don't even bother. Go right in.
Just when I forget that you see my face on camera.
Go right in.
All right, I made notes. Just so the listeners know that we take on your comments. We take it all on board. So I made notes this time.
Thursdays are not a good night for me for Love Island.
It's fine, you didn't watch it.
Because I work.
Okay, so you didn't watch it. And I'm glad I took notes. I can tell you, I can give you the lowdown. See? All right, so obviously the day before we ended with Davide giving them a tour. That's where it kicked off. He's giving them a tour. He's on the stage with Fake Ekinsu. We need to find a name for her.
Fake and suit.
Fake and... Ooh, very quick. Love that. So he gives them a tour, but ends up on the terrace with Fake and Sue. And then they're talking wherever. She's obviously trying to get a feel like, where's your, like, you know, you and Ekin, how's that going? And all that kind of stuff. You know, your previous relationships, all that usual chat they have when they first come in the house. Wherever it is anyway, the highlight for me was that she says to Davide, so are you like 100% closed off? Guess what he says?
No.
He's not 100% closed off. He said he's definitely with Ekin, but he's not 100% closed off, basically. So he didn't really, it's like, take it how you will. I'm not 100% closed off, but I am with Ekin. But we'll see what happens, kind of thing. So that happened.
Did that seem harsh or does that seem...
It seemed like Davide, I do not expect anything else from this man. Like, it was on brand for him.
Okay.
And then, so Reese then pulls Ekin for a chat whilst thinking, I mean, Ekin peeps though, because she's kind of a bit, not threatened, but she's aware of the fact that this, you know, the girl fancies Davide. And she also clocked that they were on the terrace. So she was like, oh, they're not back from the tour yet. Talking to Adam. And Adam was like, oh, like, where are they? And he's like, oh, they're on the terrace. They're talking. And he was like, oh, you saw them? He's like, yeah, they're on the terrace. But she's playing it really cool. She's playing it really, really cool because Davide kind of credits her for that as well when he's talking to the boys. He was saying how the way she's handled it, like, it's almost like he finds it attractive how, like, she's been so calm and very confident and trusting in what they have that she hasn't acted out, basically. And he was even saying that that's one of the reasons why he jumped to give them the tour, because he was kind of like a test for Ekin to see how she acts.
Okay.
Yeah, so and she did well. She held it down, which is great. So Reese then pulls Ekin for a chat as well. But she says she's 100% closed off. Ekin don't want no problems anymore. She's making it clear. So obviously she spoke to him like, you know, and obviously he's younger. I think he's like 23. But he was saying how, you know, a lot of women that he's dated are like older and blah, blah, whatever. Then they do like a truth or dare. They do like a truth or dare game with the new people. Kind of like to welcome them in or whatever. Something crazy. Like Dami was dared by some, I can't remember who it was now. Andrew. I remember Tasha backing him to basically kiss India all over, starting from her toes to her mouth. I can't lie to you. If you kiss from my toes, you're not putting that in my mouth. That's wild. But anyways, he did it. Love the toe. He did all of that, which was great. There was nothing really that stood out. The only thing that was mad about the truth or dare was Deji had to kiss, I think the person he finds most attractive in the house, which is the new girl, Lacey. The one that she fancies him back.
Okay.
Lacey. So when she comes, obviously this is her first night, whatever. She had red lipstick on. She basically pied him. Because she was like, oh, like, I've got red lipstick on. Like, you can't kiss me. But as a woman, I get it, because it does get messy. It's not like lip gloss. It gets messy, could go everywhere. But at the same time, it was just like, it was awkward.
Why did he walk over to kiss him?
He walked over to kiss her, like literally leaned in, and she's like, no, like, I've got red lipstick on, it's all messy, it's not gonna, it's not gonna work. Then he's just like, well, I'm here. And she's like, okay, we'll just, and then she gave him literally a peck, like, when everyone else was going on full snog. Like, it was a bit crazy.
And you're saying that she actually fancies him, though?
She does.
I saw a clip of her sitting there and saying like, I really like she's saying like I'm on you basically.
Yeah. So basically, what it was, we'll just get to that part actually, was they went on dates. So the bombshells got to pick people they wanted to go on a date with. So Jamie picked Danica. That's the football guy. By the way, he might get fired because he didn't get approval from his football club before he went. They put out a statement. I'm going to read it actually. They put out a statement. So so Jamie went with picked Danica, but what I've clocked here, and now it makes more sense because for me, when he came in, he's been on Danica. Like they've kissed twice now.
Is it?
In one night, yeah, they've kissed twice now. They kissed the Truth or Dare game, and then they also kissed when they went on the date. And so, what ended last night, which was when they were at nighttime, she says, "Let's go for what is it? What's the in football term when you get 3 goals?
Hat trick.
Yeah, she's like, let's get a hat trick. Like let's do 3 for 3 kind of thing. So he really fancies her, but I clocked that he's very, even if he doesn't fancy her, yeah. He's doing it right because obviously this is the end of the show.
Yeah.
So he's coming. He's not going home. He's definitely staying. 100% staying because the other guy liked Ekin. Ekin's taken. So he was smart to go and take the single person, and he has stuck it on her. They're having great chats. Like he is everything that he's ticking all the boxes. And remember as well, they've been watching the show, so they can really manipulate themselves to be exactly what they know that you need.
Yep.
Oh, so you say he's just cooking in there. He's going off.
He's going off. Like, even though the other guy is interested, yeah, but the other guy is doing, I'm going to chat to this person, He said, listen, I'm only interested in Danica. And he keeps telling her, like, it's only you.
Yeah.
He's like, obviously, I know that the other guy likes you as well. You got, feel him out. But I just want you to know, he said, before I came in this house, you were who I was coming for. I'm here now. You're still the only one I want. So I'm game, basically.
She must be on cloud 9.
She's loving it. Oh, she's loving it. She's absolutely loving it. She's absolutely loving it. So so he took Danica on it. They went on a date. He picked Danica. It was dates at the same time, so like simultaneous date. And then Reese then picked Ekin. Natalia picked Adam, not Davide. She picked Adam, and Lacey picked Deji. So I think Lacey and Jamie are playing it complete because again, Lacey's just with Deji. It's just her and Deji.
Is she playing a game or does she reckon she likes him?
She's playing a game. I don't even think she's been with a black man in her life. She's playing a game, like heavily. She's playing a game. It's so obvious. Because in her confession, she didn't say Deji. She didn't say she fancied Deji.
It's true.
But she's come in the house now and she's all like, oh yeah, it's just you, blah, blah, blah. And he even went on a date, he was like, oh, like, you look like do you know what, yeah? His chat, yeah, is not, I don't know whether he's nervous or what it is, or maybe because he knows that he's got the upper hand. So he's not really auditioning for girls anymore. His dad said she's like a teacher. She's like, what do you mean? He's like, you're like a school teacher. And she was like, what do you mean? He's like, no, like a sexy school teacher. She's like, oh, okay. So I feel like he's giving her like dead chats here, but because sis has her eyes on the prize, she's going along with it. It was a nice date. I think the highlight from the date as well, obviously Danica and Jamie made it clear, like, they get on really, really well, to be fair, and they look like they look compatible. Yeah, they looks wise, they look like each other, they make sense for each other. And then Ekin told Reese that she's not interested, basically. She said, you're a nice guy and everything, but if I'm being honest with you, my heart, soul, mind is with Davide, and that's where I'm at. She's like, obviously, like, if it turns out a girl comes in and his head turns, I'm not going to sit around and be crying about it. I will have to move on. But she said, like, right now, that is my priority. That's where I'm at. And when they went back home, when they went to the villa and reported it, Davide was smiling from ear to ear, like, and I feel like he needed to hear that, even though he didn't say he was 100%. And there was that, and then Adam as well. Obviously he's only been in the house for a week, but he was talking to Natalia, and that's vacancy, and he basically said, that with him, he was like, he's not closed off. He's like, it's only been a week,
yeah, so
he can't close himself off. But like, he obviously is interested in Paige or whatever, and Paige is heavily rattled. Oh my gosh. This is having heart palpitations. So she was crying to Gemma.
Oh, yeah.
Because she was like, oh, like, like, it's only been a week and why can't, because even in the confession, when the girl picked Adam, she's like, oh, like, why can't I just have something? Like, can't I just have this one? Like, it's like, girl, you've had a few now, okay. But so she basically, she's kind of feeling a bit insecure because he's obviously picked Faking Sue. And Faking Sue's a good-looking girl because she was like to Gemma, she's like, oh, like she's Brazilian, like she's beautiful, her body's nice and this, and I'm just a paramedic from from wherever she's from. And she's like, I feel like, she's like, what if like her chat is better than mine and she's more like fun than me and blah, blah. Just doing the whole, just feeling sad for herself. But with Paige, I never know if I believe it or not. Because I'm just like, you've been doing sassy girl and bitchy girl all season, and now you're going to tell me that you're insecure because...
Is Adam feeling Faking Sue?
Faking Sue. I think he's attracted to her because she's a pretty girl, but not really. So basically, he comes up from the date, and when he comes back, he goes and hugs Paige. Ekin hugs Davide. It's really cute. Ekin picked some flowers for Davide. They're so dumb, the both of them. She picked some flowers for him because it was like a picnic kind of date. But then Adam then pulled Paige for a chat after they had a debrief, and he said actually that before he went on the date, he didn't want to close himself off because he was like, I've been here for a week. But he said being on the date and like after the date made him realize that he just wants to be with Paige. He made it exclusive with her.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. He's like, I don't like the word exclusive or whatever, but I would say that I'm just for you. Like, I only want to be with you. I don't want to see myself with you. So yeah, like I'm not interested. But obviously the girl, he didn't make it clear to her because she told, when she briefed the girl, she said to them how, it was a good day, it was flirty banter. We need to clarify what the whites think flirty banter is because I don't be seeing any of that. But apparently that's what they do. It's like, it was flirty banter and and it was really good. And she's like, obviously, she was like to Paige, like, obviously I know it's hard for you to hear. And Paige was like, yes, it is. And then, yeah, so I feel like with Faking Sue, she doesn't know that he's not really interested in her fully. But then he's gone and made it exclusive with Paige. But I feel like it's one of the things where when they're talking to Terrace the next morning, Paige's gonna be like, oh yeah, we're exclusive now, kind of thing. And that'll make Faking Sue realize she's fumbled the bag, I guess. What else happened? Let's see. India called Dami Deji again.
Again?
Guess where?
In the bed?
In bed.
Yeah.
Shit.
Do you know what? Okay, let me tell you what happened. So when you be
She's got no respect, man.
So basically, when they were catching up with the girls or whatever, this is when the bombshells first came in or whatever. They were talking about something. I can't remember what they were talking about. And one of the bombshells goes, oh no, it was during the Truth or Dare. She goes something like, poor Summer. I can't remember exactly what the sentence was about or whatever it was. Is it in my notes? No, it's not. But she basically said, poor Summer. Something about Summer came up or whatever. It's got like, poor Summer, right? No, they asked Dami a question, something about like, who is he? Yes, okay. So she asked Dami, she said, before Casa Amor, during Casa Amor, did you always know you were going to come back to India? He said, yeah, of course. Like, I always knew I was going to come back to India. So then he was like to India, because India was like, okay. So he was like to India, you hear that? Like, I always knew I was going to come back here. He's like, yeah, I mean, granted, I came in with someone else, but I always knew, I wanted to be with you. That's when she goes, poor Summer.
Who said that? India?
No, Faking Sue.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. So India, in a confession, India was like, how's she going to say poor Summer? You don't even know her. It's just a beg. You don't even know the bitch. kind of vibe. So that's what it was. So when she's in bed, so obviously that irritated her like highly. So when they're in bed later on in the night, she's like to Dami, like, I can't believe she said poor Summer. Like, first of all, if she's like, yeah, granted, like I came in here with she said no. She said something about how can she say poor Summer? Like, me and Deji's business is none of your business. So it was something like that where the name should have been Dami. Because she was talking about her and Dami, but she said Deji. And Dami was like, I'm not gonna lie to you, this is starting to irritate me now because that now you're doing too much kind of thing. So then anyway, you could see that he was obviously pissed off about it. She's like, oh my God. She literally was like, she didn't have the words to say. She's like, oh, like, I don't know why I said that. I'm so sorry, whatever. So anyways, the next morning now, he's then telling the boys, and you could tell that he woke up irritated. He's like to the boys, basically, she called me Deji again. Even Deji was like, again? They're just thinking, why am I in it? So she was like, oh, said that, and then Deji was like, again. And literally all of them echoed, again. And they're like, yeah, like now it's disrespectful. So now they're hyping up like, basically don't have it kind of thing. It's mad, it's rude, blah, blah. But then when they get downstairs, the girls are like, no, India tells the girls, and the girls are like, not gonna lie, India, you gotta make that man breakfast because basically you're moving mad, sis. Like, why'd you keep doing that? So now the girls are like to her, you need to make up to him because that's wild. So hear this. She goes down to the kitchen now. Everyone's downstairs. He's like on the beanbag, so you can see she's making breakfast for him, right? But where she is, like, you can see that Deji's there as well, Andrew's there, whatever. Everyone just kind of scattered around. She's making breakfast, so they're like, "Oh, what you making? Are you making breakfast?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna, make some bacon and eggs and blah blah, try and make it up to Dami." Deji goes, "Oh, India, do you mind just scrambling some eggs for me while you're there?"
Can you imagine? He's feeling confident.
Yeah, of course, sure. The whole time, Dami is like, where that sofa is. Dami can hear all of this. And Dami's like to Luca, he's like to him, how's she over there trying to make it up to me, making breakfast for me? And Deji's just gone up and asked her to throw his eggs in. And she said, yeah. And Luca's like, yeah, now she's taking the piss now. So they're like, yeah, how are you trying? You called him the wrong name twice. You're trying to make it up to him by making breakfast for him. But you're making breakfast also for the guy whose name you keep calling him.
Can you imagine?
So Luca was like, yeah, do you know what? Like, it's a good gesture, but like now you've basically messed it up because this is just stupid now, basically. So then the girls are like to her, write Dami on it just so you don't say the wrong name again. Which I don't know, I'll just put D on there. But you can tell that when she goes to tell him that breakfast is ready, yeah, she's being so careful. She's like, Dami, the food is ready. Like, let's have breakfast. Then he's like, are you sure you don't mean Deji? And she's like, no. Like, I only care about you, Dami. And he was like, imagine you said Deji again, I swear. But hopefully that whole mess with them is that. But that was bloody hilarious. What else is there?
She needs to do more to make it up to him, though, man.
Nah, she's funny. But yeah, so Adam and Paige exclusive. Davide was happy, obviously, that Ekin told Reese, and he was able to report back to the girls as well that that's what it was. Deji and Lacey are getting on really well. Jamie and Danica are getting on really well. So I reckon Faking Sue and Reese are going to leave because they didn't play the game properly.
Mm-hmm.
But in the preview, that's basically the highlight of it. In the preview, before I tell you the preview, there's a scene at the end of the day after the date, like nighttime when they're winding down, where Faking Sue is telling the other new girl, Lacey, she's like, basically, I thought when I came in, the person that would be the nicest to me is Ekin. But actually, she hasn't been nice to me at all. Like, she hasn't had any conversation with me. And I look at her, like, I can see her kind of looking at me kind of thing. Like, she's just been very, very off and very weird. And I don't like that. I didn't think she'd be, it's like she's kind of like being a bit bitchy to her, kind of not saying anything, not acknowledging her, basically. And in the preview, she and Ekin have an argument.
No way.
Yeah, so they're around the table, right? And Ekin's like, do you have a problem with me? And she's like, no, I don't have a problem. Ekin was like, well, it seems as if you have a problem with me because you're acting as if you have a problem with me. And she's like, if I had a problem with you, hun, I will let you know. So you can tell that it's some kind of tension going on there. But
well,
yeah, so tonight should be hopefully they haven't exaggerated that and it's a proper argument. But
yeah, they probably have.
Yeah.
But when you come in and you're like, but do you know what's ironic though? It's ironic because Faking Sue is moving the exact same way Ekin moved when she moved in. In terms of like, oh, this person I like, and making it known and like flirty. Because basically the guys were working out in the gym. Adam and Davide were in the gym as well. Faking Sue went over there. Oh, I thought you guys were going to call me when it's time to work out. And they were like, oh, like you could just, Davide wasn't really engaged in the conversation. Adam was like, oh yeah, you can work out if you want. She's like, oh, I don't know if I should change or like just work on my bikini. Just all that kind of stuff. And then Ekin is just like, why is she over there? Like the girls are very aware that, this is what they're doing. So yeah, but it's just ironic because she's literally doing the exact same thing Ekin did when she came in. But obviously now, table turned, Ekin's not really feeling it.
Right, that's funny.
But yeah, so it should be interesting. I reckon they probably have a recoupling. They might preview the recoupling on Sunday. Oh no, they've only been there a couple of days. And then maybe a few extra days they'll probably give them, maybe mid next week. But yeah, so that's it for Love Island the day after today. Let's go to our last headlines. Okay, Joe Biden gets COVID. US President Joe Biden has tested positive for COVID-19 and is isolating at the White House. The 79-year-old, who is fully vaccinated and has twice received booster jabs,
Thank you.
is experiencing very mild symptoms and will continue to carry out all his duties. White House COVID coordinator Dr. Ashish Jha said the president was tired with a runny nose and dry cough. He explained that he went to bed feeling fine but did not sleep well and then tested positive on Thursday morning. Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said the president is taking the antiviral medicine Paxlovid. In a tweet, Mr. Biden said he was doing great and keeping busy. His wife, First Lady Jill Biden, said she had tested negative. I still can't believe an 80-year-old became the president of a whole country.
Yeah.
There needs to be a cutoff date. But Black Twitter were going crazy. There was memes and everything saying, what's the woman's name again? Teresa? No. Clara?
Oh, Kamala Harris.
Camilla, that's it. They're basically like, girl, get your wig, get your hair done. You're up next, kind of thing. Black Twitter is ridiculous. But so last bit of news for me. Russia aimed to shut down Jewish agency. They're just on one. So Russia aimed to shut down Jewish agency. Russia's Justice Ministry has gone to court in a bid to shut down the Russian branch of the Jewish agency, which organizes Jewish immigration to Israel. There's a lot of going on here. The case at Moscow's... Is it Moscow? Moscow.
Yeah, Moscow.
Moscow's Basmany District Court concerns unspecified legal breaches. A hearing is set for the 28th of July. Israeli media have reported a surge in the numbers of Russian Jews arriving to settle in Israel this year. Nachman Shai, Israel Diaspora Affairs Minister, condemned the court case, seeing it as punishment for Israel's stance on the Ukraine war. He said Russian Jews will not be held hostage by the war in Ukraine, and the attempt to punish the Jewish agency for Israel's position on the war is pathetic and insulting. Israel has not joined the far-reaching international sanctions against Russia over its invasion of Ukraine, but in April, Russia protested after the then Israeli Foreign Minister Yair Lapid, now interim Prime Minister, accused Russia of war crimes. Mr. Lapid defended Israel's vote to suspend Russia from the United Nations Human Rights Council. The following month, Israel was outraged when Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov claimed that Nazi dictator Adolf Hitler had Jewish blood. They also do not like the fact that Russia have falsely portrayed Ukraine's government as Nazi, even though President Zelensky is ethnically Jewish. Yeah. Crazy scenes. Russians are just on one.
Yeah.
All right, let's head into Out Ere.
So is there any conspiracy in the fact that this guy who everybody is saying is nearly on his deathbed even before he gets COVID, now gets COVID, and it's just nothing, absolutely nothing?
What do you mean?
Shouldn't just expedite his exit?
Who, Putin?
No,
Oh, Biden.
Biden?
Biden, yeah.
You're a bit late, Brent, aren't you?
No, I wanted to wait till you finished.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's gonna survive, though, isn't it?
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
But the fact of it is that it has licked off younger people, and they were saying this is the worst thing ever. Like, I've tried to say he's just chilling.
That's why
Right.
Oh, I got the sniffles.
that's why Black Twitter told what's her name again? Camilla.
Yeah.
To get her wig, get her silk press done, because sis, you're up next. You're up. Because when if he went, right, she's next in it.
Mhm.
She'll be the president.
Do you think that they have a cure just chilling there only for the
The
best?
elites.
Not really. I think some things, yeah, but I don't really think
I
so.
know, because nobody talks about COVID anymore. Like nobody. None of the mainstream channels at all talk about COVID. How could it just disappear?
It hasn't disappeared though. Numbers have
That was
gone
scary,
back
man.
up,
They made a
innit?
concerted effort to stop talking about it.
So there's a new strain, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Right.
Of what,
this-
COVID?
Yeah.
What, Omicron?
No.
Oh, newer than that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's they said I think it's even more infectious than before, but obviously it's much more milder. Well, it's just fascinating how the news dictates how we think fear
100%.
certain things.
100%.
Yeah. Just because him getting COVID 2 years ago, everybody would have feared the worst, right?
Mm.
But this guy who everybody's saying he's literally on death's doorstep, even before this COVID
So
thing.
water.
Now he gets this. Nobody. Oh, he's got a few sniffles. He even went on camera saying, "I'm all right. Thank you very much for caring for me. I'll work from home."
Wait, why are people saying he's on his deathbed? It's because of his age.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and how he like talks and stuff. And
Do
he
you know
forgets
what?
stuff.
Don't you think that he looks like he's photoshopped? His skin is like
Oh, yeah. I know what
way
you
too
mean.
So he's had work done.
extreme because he looks fake.
Mm.
He looks like if you stand next to a burning candle,
He'll melt.
he'll melt
Yeah.
ridiculously.
Yeah.
Where?
Okay, so people say, do people not believe that it's? Do people believe that the COVID is more serious than they're letting on, or
I'm just asking if
do you think it's coincidence?
you'll find it weird that he isn't keeled over.
I thought it was weird that they voted him in, seeing as he literally is a pensioner. I thought that was weird anyway. So with COVID, I mean, prayers to the president. He survives it, but
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yes, he will.
Yeah, there's medication to kind of control certain things, isn't it? I don't think they got a cure, but I do think they've got certain. Like they said, he's taking Paxlovid.
Didn't hear about that before, right?
You know what I'm saying?
it doesn't, I don't put anything past they. Is it
Yeah.
them or they? They.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they will always do stuff that I wouldn't put it past them if there was a cure for COVID. Have we had any world leaders pass away from COVID?
No. Actually, I don't know.
Africa wouldn't count because they're trying to set us up anyway.
I don't think there's been world leaders, but there's been certain people. I think there was someone in Congress or certain judges, I think.
Yeah, but if you're like low level, if you're not one of the movers and shakers of the government, you don't really count. You're like the rest of us. Your job just pays more than mine.
Yeah, but not like a regular judge in like community court though. Like this is like there's one guy in America.
Okay.
I believe so. I could be wrong though. I'll need to look into it again.
Yeah, because I swear. Yeah, because even one time Trump had it as well. I swear
He drank bleach.
that man is high on crack. All right, let's head into Done Out Ere.
Who is today's recipients of Done Out Ere? Boy, I don't even know. They fucked up, man. Neighborhood Watch prevailed, blood. This is crazy. It's not even crazy. It's a sad story still because they was living their best life. But Laura and Philip Borrow, they've gone to prison. They have gone to prison. Basically, yeah, there's a couple who said their mother has been like bedbound, yeah, and they've been claiming like disability living allowance and shit from like 2007 between 2007 and 2018. I think they got like a big payout.
That's 11 years, you know.
They got a big payout like in a one go. I think it might have been like 600,000 or 700,000 or something like this.
Yeah.
But they were saying the mum was bedbound and that, innit? But turns out she's totally fine.
So no one did checks.
No one did checks. Well, they started rinsing. They started rinsing. Also, though, the daughter, because the daughter's cold. The daughter went on this morning, ITV this morning, yeah, and said she's got dementia.
As in the daughter herself has dementia.
Yeah, so the daughter, the husband and the daughter look after the mum who's bedbound, so they're getting all this money anyway. But now the daughter's got dementia. She was possibly like the youngest person in Britain history ever.
Not her in the Guinness Book World Records.
In the Guinness Book of Records to have dementia. She set up a GoFundMe.
Stop it.
Yeah, set up a GoFundMe so she could travel around America and create memories, which I think's ironic.
And you know what though? Respectfully, people deserve to be scammed. How are you going to help someone who's got dementia create memories? They deserve to be scammed. That's wild.
Wow. They got caught. So basically, they don't do nothing. Innit? Obviously, they don't do nothing. I don't know if they moved to a new area in the area, but Neighborhood Watch is just seeing deliveries coming to the house left, right, and centre. Amazon this, DHS that. And they're saying, "Right, what does these lot do?" You know what I'm trying to say? The last straw was when a brand new Volvo pulled up outside. They said, nah. They said, nah. These are going too far. The kids are flying out to North America all the time. And they're saying, what do these people do? You get me?
So funny.
So then they started filming them. So the woman, Frances, that's the woman's mum who's supposed to be bedbound.
Mm-hmm.
One of the neighbours started filming her, like cutting her grass and walking around cutting the grass. But she threw her hood on and said, I'm not Frances.
These white people, man.
She's cold. And next time, a carer's gone around to the yard, caught her standing up in the bathroom washing her pum-pum.
Oh my God.
Over the sink.
What?
Over the sink?
Okay, I'm lying. She was washing her hair.
You're so annoying.
But
I was like, Granny's out here doing links.
She was standing up naked washing her hair. You get me? Like, they caught her. You get me? Like, it was bait. So they're saying it was like over like 700 something thousand. And they reckon, the prosecution reckon, yeah, less than 100,000 got used for care. You get me? Like, they've used.
Of course, you didn't need it.
They've used up all the P's, yeah, but they've gone to the slammer, the pen, the joint, the big house. They're gone. They got a long time as well. Let me find how long that they actually got, because I had it. Yeah.
It's under the video bit.
It's under the video bit.
Yeah.
Oh, you can tell me then if you got it there.
Okay, so Noble was jailed for 4 years and 9 months in her absence. Who's that?
That's Frances. That's the mum. That's supposed to be.
Oh, yeah. So she got 4 years and 9 months. The daughter, Laura, she got 3 years and 9 months. And the husband got 4 years and 3 months.
God damn. Oh, yeah. Well, they're out of the game now, boy.
Right.
You know what's killing me is that when white people go on shows there to like, if you're going to go on like this Good Morning Britain and all that kind of stuff, there's a starter pack for how you look. Because you see this picture, she fits it.
Yeah.
She's got a black turtleneck on. She's got glasses on. Her hair is like very plain. Her makeup is very plain. There's a starter pack for it. And the husbands always look like they're lost.
Oh my, exactly.
Yeah. The husbands always look like they're lost. Okay. And like the perfect victim of like, oh yeah, I'm just here because, you know.
Because he looks stressed. He looks stressed.
Exactly.
So why would you doubt it? Do you know how mad that is to actually lie and you go and document your lie?
Yeah, no, they're sick. I don't know why they didn't think it's going to get caught. I don't know why they didn't think it's going to get caught. ITV paid her free bags to go and do that interview. Wow. They've just been cleaning up. They've been cleaning up left, right, and centre. They had a good run.
Yeah.
But yeah, their frivolous lifestyle just got ahead of them and just got too much. And
that's wild.
Yeah, just brought down the whole operation. So they are screwed. They're riding jail time now. At least the whole family's in it together.
Innit? Grandma and all.
But yeah, the Borough
That's
family.
Funny, though. She said, it's not me. I'm not Francis. Put the hood up. Girl, we can tell it's you. Stop it.
We know that's you. They see her walking the dog.
Oh, man.
Come on, man.
She's supposed to be like bedbound. Like,
that's
can't
mad.
move. She's walking the dog.
That's wild.
Listen, my brethren, yeah, has got he's been diagnosed with something that could long term mess up his mobility, all these kind of things. Yeah, he's got something serious, yeah. But I don't know how much it affects him. I don't know how much he's lets on to or whatever. But obviously, we're aware that the future have to do things right, yeah. And he was looking into like some disability stuff for like mobility, the disability allowance, all these kind of things. He's looking into it, yeah. But when he's filling out the stuff, like he doesn't know what to do because he feels kind of capable. What he's gonna say is not gonna give him what he needs, even though he really has problems.
Yeah.
So he knows. So one of his, like, I think his friend's girlfriend or something was like, "Nah, I know what you gotta say. You get me? Because I know the system." So she's giving him the blueprint to tell him what to say.
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah, when you go through, it's gonna cut through. You're gonna be good. You get me?" When he told me what he's told them, I'm so rude, boy. Because they're going to catch you like homegirl walking your dog. He told them, he can't do a one Ross, can't see, can't walk, can't talk, can't do nothing. I'm saying, why did you tell them this? Because this might come on top.
He might be on that here.
Yeah, for real. Like, you could have just exaggerated your thing a little bit because you really have something.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or you could have just cooked the books a little bit. You went ham. If they give it to you, you better stay woke. I'm telling you. You better walk around with your crutch every day, Rude boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if they ever catch you. I remember there was one time that I don't know if you guys ever saw it. It was a TV show. I think it was called like Benefit Thieves or something like that. And basically set them up. So that would claim to be like, it was flipping. You know what I remember so well? Yeah, I'll never forget this, yeah. Is this person claimed they couldn't walk anything, yeah? So they invited them around to the office for a meeting. So they sat there. But what the person did, they said the interviewer walked out, was like, oh, 1 second, I'm just going to get something. And then they left the fire alarm. This man. You say Bolt would have had nothing on him. He dashed, like he bolted, he was off. That's how he got caught.
Oh, man.
Before you couldn't move. You've been claiming you can't move, and here you are, you're first to leave the building.
Oh, God.
Trust me, they would
That's
investigate
crazy,
you.
man.
All you benefit for is, especially with the disability living allowance and disabled ones, they would investigate you. And because there's so many people claiming, and you'll get away with it for years.
Yeah,
because obviously there's so
just
much
catch
to
you.
keep on top of.
Yeah.
But they're gonna try
Like
and
a
work.
thief in the night.
Because the longer you stay on it,
Yeah.
you know what I'm trying to say? They're
Yeah.
gonna work their way through. And plus people are
Yep.
haters, like your neighbours are gonna be like people will snitch on you and all that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm trying to say? So you just stay woke.
That's why this one's cheeky, because they actually went on TV.
Imagine.
Your neighbours are watching and thinking, that's not quite it.
But yeah, there you go, man. But they're done out here, man. They came up, didn't last that long. Easy come, easy go, man. Let's get into the outro.
All right. I can't believe that. I'm shocked. I'm actually shocked. But you know what? That was a great show. Nice, strong end to the week. Thank you guys for always tuning in. We appreciate you. Do follow us on all our social media platforms. Like and share our videos. We are at The Day After TNB on all socials. If you would like to send voice notes in, text messages, reactions, anything we say on the show, send that into 075 6484 1073. Do subscribe. Oh my goodness. Subscribe to our channel as well. Did we make 2K? It's Friday. Or we know Monday.
I think we're on 50 left.
50 left. Okay. So by Monday,
Mm-hmm.
we should be over 2K. All right. But yeah, so if you guys know as well, we're trying to come up with creative ways to be more of a closer community with you guys. And we've got something in the works. We will let you know when all of that is done and ready to be delivered. If you would like to inquire about the show, you can just tell Marcus, there's a kid that just shopped to the class at like 2:55 p.m. back in his bag. But if you guys would like to inquire about the show or you wish to feature on the show, email the team at thedayafter@thenewblack.com. Black is spelled with an X. Have a great weekend.